Mystic. Army. Zest. Roaster. Marker. Alpha Air. Stacks. Enzo. Buzz. Mini. Tammy.
Interesting situation here with our audience. Obviously, they're on Fnatic.
We'll keep a close eye on him. Again, he is on the Killjoy. Fnatic starting off on attack. A map that has historically been so good for Fnatic. And Bren was right, it's been maybe a little more human.
Yeah, sure. And they lost their first map on Icebox with this comp, this tournament, in groups against Furia. So a lot more touch and go.
Buzz playing far up, he swings right past the drone. And I thought for sure he was going to look for something a little bit more dangerous. But nothing is found. Mystic putting the wall up, getting the spike down. So far, relatively smooth sailing. Oh, it's maybe in some trouble here, though. He spots way too many heads. Dirk has to rendezvous to get away, and somehow, Bala, no one's died.
Alpha here has 2 mollies here. He's already set up for lineup, so is Poster, and everybody on Fnatic is protecting them right now. So can they actually get them down? Is there any blockage that's going to happen? No, it looks like DRX wants to wait them out.
The turret there to provide contact. Dirk already getting the first kill. And you're right, Ball. I think all of this utility is going to take so much time to get through. It's going to be so difficult. Mako's on it, and he takes all of the damage. Dirk gets 3 on the round. It's just Stacks that remains. From up top, from down low, it's a flawless for Fnatic.
A perfect pistol round. From the execution to take the site to the post plant. After Poster threw his molly as well, he started flanking. If there was any need for a failsafe, he was absolutely there. And Turka with the 3 first openings there at the point that he gets the 4th, the round's over. But also to note, these chambers are continuously picking up this ghost on the pistol round. And there's that impact.
I mean, he's already got a Vandal round too. They've invested heavy into the hands of Alpha here as well.
The 2 players who got kills in that round. And they're just going to group and take the B lane.
Mako's the only one who was initially here. He has to back up. Stacks is going to join, and you see the rotation out from DRX. They've already made their way past the halfway point of the map. They're all headed to B.
The only utility here that I'm worried about from DRX is the shock volley combo potentially.
Sure.
It's not going to be a factor with the wall up.
Yeah, the window for that is gone. At least on the plant. And do they have setups again? Boaster, no mollies. Alpha has them set up already. And I mean, when Mystic's just going to spam through things like that and get a couple of kills, that's smooth sailing.
I noticed as well, Enzo, who had the ghost this round, the only player with just a pistol, able to pick up the Vandal. That Durka lost in that round, so filling the holes in their economy that they left on purpose.
I mean, what a stark contrast. That stat at the bottom of your screen, 7-1, and in that time window, DRX have not played Icebox at all.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting too because DRX was relying a little bit on Icebox at Reykjavik, but since stage 2, there was a field in Korea that wasn't really playing Icebox. And in the cases that they were, DRX was sometimes going to target ban it. But primarily it's been Bind that's been their perma. So when you have both Fnatic strong maps as the ones you're trying to avoid, that's not a disaster. Obviously the map veto, not entirely Fnatic favorite, but this map specifically is.
It's not ideal.
I do remember though, DRX is a team that leaves these maps unplayed for quite long periods of time.
Sure.
And then comes out with something special. But most of the time it doesn't work. I think back to when the 5th to 6th place curse started. Well, back then it was 5th to 8th against Gambit at Masters Berlin. It was Bind.
Yeah.
Where they subbed in Lockett. This one, obviously not going to be the case. Let's see how this goes.
Mystic has spent a lot of time waiting around. Finally gets that orb. Now one step away from having the res online while the rest of Fnatic close by. No real mid presence. They've got the alarm bot pretty far up to make sure there's no flank. Oh, Durka just rendezvoused back towards mid. Keep an eye on that on your
Might be on
minimap.
top too.
He very well.
Yeah, he's on top too.
And he gets a kill. He's rewarded for it.
Gorgeous TP Durka with the ingenuity right here. Plant is going to go down eventually. There was very limited time, but with the Durka flank, you just can't get that off.
Durka's still able to control rotations across mid-map. Have something to work with across kitchen too. And you've got a deep sage wall you're gonna have to get through. Durka just continues to cause problems from up top.
How are they not considering him?
I don't know, he's already gotten 3 on the round. Surely you know he's there, but it doesn't seem to matter. A second Prime Gaming flawless through for Fnatic.
And it's a beautiful conversion of the bonus. Just perfect on the execution there for Durka to get top 2.
Late too.
And abuse all the rotations from DRX here. Neither of these players looking at him. I mean, finally it's Cess who challenges him, but they just forgot. They just assumed without checking that he would get away from that position.
An 8-1 start for Fnatic Star. Mystic continuing to play well. We've highlighted him a lot this tournament, and well, for good reason. But he doesn't seem to show any signs of slowing down, at least not yet. DRX back on pistols. A couple of sheriffs and a classic in the hands of Buzz.
It's a 3-man lineup here for DRX with the sheriffs up close.
Buzz just activated his dash too. Yeah, pops out, gets a kill to Alpha here, but the res out from Mystic brings him right back.
I mean, that was a ridiculous peak from Buzz, though, getting a classic 1-click.
The thing is, he's been playing that spot almost every round, too.
And when you're Jet, you have a lot of options, but that's the most preferred.
Yeah.
Durka taking the rope.
Oh, I thought he was going to keep going.
And while it might have started out as a 4v5, obviously right now they've completely shifted on this anti-eco to maintain the advantage.
Seems like Fnatic, they're playing at such a slow and methodical pace, and it is, at least for now, I know it's early, but it feels like it's way too much for DRX to handle right now.
I'm
and
also
it's not
wondering.
aggression, it's not like in your face,
Yeah,
it's just like slowly dismantling you.
I also wonder, though, if DRX is making an actual stylistic choice to put that wall as it is instead of making it go over top of 410. Because Durka just abused the ever-living crap out of that.
Yeah.
Just walking top 410.
Fnatic win another one, and if not for the res, I know they're still 5 up, but if not for Alfir going down, it would have been another flawless.
Yep. And look at the bank, too, from Fnatic, 4-0. But because of that coalescing of multiple players staying alive, I mean, outside of the, no, actually, I think most of them has at least been 4-up.
Yeah.
This is super clean. Yeah, only 2 kills from DRX going into this, but that's what the conversation is about.
Yeah.
And there was differences here. DRX didn't make it to out of groups at last champion, so you actually saw that be important to Stacks, be important to the rest of the team as well, to be able to play in front of a crowd.
Note a couple of very quick adaptations as far as DRX's defensive setup. You have Buzz with the operator, who's now peeking down long, not playing up on that aggressive angle that he has been at A previously.
Yeah. Funny thing about this is 4 rounds in, and the power ults on Fnatic haven't really come online yet. Alpha usually at this point,
Yeah.
him, Boaster, those guys are the guys who you would hope to have those ults, because when they start getting cascading round after round, this comp gets so dangerous, and we might be entering that point. in the following rounds.
Yeah, we're certainly close to it. Another slow round out from Fnatic. This pace has been productive for Fnatic, to say the very least.
Oh, last time they brought it down the clock, they needed a flank from Durka to have value. Otherwise, they could have easily, DRX could have easily denied that plant. And we're down to the same period, and the spike is nowhere near a site right now. Looking like they want a mid-split with Mystic's wall late. Stax is going to have to respond.
Ah, they have the... Oh, did they just smoke it off? They did. They just tried smoking it off. They're going to slip the net. They're going to get past through it all, but there's still some presence across the middle of the map. Now Buzz activating his dash, still holding the angle with the op. Dirk up top. He just gets decapitated by RB. What a shot.
Mystic doesn't want to commit. Past mid, they're giving up on this round.
It took too long.
And that is shocking. After the first shot from Stax, it looked like maybe a slow landed or something like that, because they just did not want to go under tube. There's a moment where Stax reads the game. And it comes to him perfectly.
And about time to, again, on the other side of the timeout. They were able to figure out what was going on here. Yeah, you see the play under. They tried smoking off the alarm bot that was mid, and then find some space to work with.
The alarm bot went off, by the way. That's why he was vulnerable. So easily able to be picked off by Stax in a position that there's a lot to clear when you're running out under two. Dirk is going to pop his tour de force, and we're going to hit towards A, try to deny this orb as always. You see Zest is continuously looking to find when they're going to release the pressure, but it's not happening.
Well, you see the dart there from DRX, tag 2 members of Fnatic. Buzz still holding that aggressive angle with the op down belong.
Everybody on Fnatic positioned the same way that they were when Durko got those kills over top of 410. It looks like it's the same wall thrown out.
This time it's with the tour de force. You're absolutely right, though. Delay, delay, delay. Clear out as much of the site as you can before committing. Oh, Boaster. Oh, the wall. Dancing around his head. No sight given. Zest did a considerable amount of damage on a Durka there. He has to rendezvous to get away.
There's a slow Animala on each side here of Maze.
Wall up. Zest still here. Well, he was. He wasn't around for long. Boaster finding the opening. Mako with the shock dart in his lap. The spike goes down. Durka finds value with the tour de force. Mako still around. But my goodness. Fnatic are patient. They're methodical. And when they strike hard.
And the delay there from DRX was good. But that's not what's actually going to win you these rounds. Fnatic will have the staying power to continuously fight. The amount of utility that they have from Alpha or from Boaster, yes, they'll have to commit it during the execute if you're trying to delay them. But the response is just to wait it out on your side. Wait out the fuel, wait out the molly. Everything's super solid there. And also note the unconventional plant spot here from Fnatic. Given they walled from the left side, they don't want to clear the back right instantaneously. They want Durka to hold that and bait people into peeking.
Fnatic looking very good early on here on Icebox. And again, there's that wall that you were just mentioning, right? You don't have to worry about anything happening back there. They also dropped the alarm bot on this side of it.
It's so hard to break through.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see RB just behind the wall there in the final moments. That's so late in the round.
Yeah. Really nice setup out from Fnatic.
Okay, now DRX does have some interesting ults to work with, right? They have the lockdown, they have the Hunter's Fury. Those are really good retake ults.
And Buzz is repositioned. He's back to where he was, this time with the op, and he finds the kill onto Alfier.
One of the adjustments that Fnatic has made coming into this tournament on this map has been to commit their wall consistently towards B, which is not always something that you're doing in this comp. We're trying to get players like Alpha out on towards that A side and drop the wall so you can clear close. Not doing that nets that result.
RB got tired of dancing around.
I mean, how did he find that timing?
It's outrageous, really. Now, mind you, Timmy's there to cover up. Molly, there it is, and that hurts. That Molly did not go where it intended to go.
Toxins going up.
Those are threatening, though. Look how the DRX players have responded. They're trying to clear mid, making sure nobody's down in orange.
I mean, 4 of them are starting to apply pressure here.
The good thing was that the orb was up. The one-way was up.
A aggressive out from Boaster, man. Feeling pressure from top two. He just throws caution to the wind, decides to go aggressive, tries to take the fight. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is taking B. Even if Boaster dies here, they've gotten so much space.
But 3 versus 5 with the lockdown available here for DRX. Very difficult to play through. There's nothing to counter it.
They're gonna have to hold their ground, you're right. I mean, they have one shock dart out from Enzo.
Dirk again, the TP, same thing. No way.
Oh my goodness.
The lockdown is safe though.
Yeah. But he's still playing on the other side of it, and Durka takes the fight again! Fnatic have to give the space up.
Mystic's
Where's
not
Enzo?
away.
Does he have a shock dart set up? One gets hit. Enzo on the swing. The dart has spotted him, and Mako's, yeah, there's really no way in. Mako's gonna hold it the whole way. Durka made him earn that one, though.
That was certainly close. If that came a second earlier, he might have been able to take out RB.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now we have to consider how these ults have flipped in the opposite direction. What a peak for Buzz.
He's been persistent in that spot.
And something to note there is he's landing. He's playing from top 410 there at the beginning of the round to get that height instantly rather than having to jump up.
Yeah, on the ledge.
But talking about the ult swings, the thing that Fnatic has to deal with is actually using or worrying about Zest's Hunter's Fury here. A lot of time you don't have that resistance in this day and age on all the Icebox comps, so how to consider.
Again, I like this out from DRX. A little pressure towards A. You have concealed that the operator is here, right? It's normally Buzz who's taking the aggressive peek early on, but there was utility that was cleared. There was an exchange of bullets, and the op fire was never heard. So they don't know where the op is at this point.
Obviously, the tendency has been towards A. I will also say Dirk has concealed his a little bit too. Last round, he bought a Vandal when he had plenty of money available to buy an op. And the approach back towards B. You haven't seen the preemptive mollies here that RB has always been putting down. He's been using it this round towards A and towards B. I think considering the fact that the lockdown is up, they expected it just to go towards A.
First two pieces of utility there, now 3 that have been used outside of the norm. Now the wall's up. They should get the spike down. Durka holding the D-bang with the op. And they've gotten this far. Again, it's going to be a bloody 5v5 to retake for the site for the spike.
Oh my goodness, Zest is in such a good lane.
He's so far.
For this ult. You can get value, plus there's the stash!
Oh, and he gets a kill onto Durka from up top. The lockdown destroyed, as you mentioned.
More damage too. Here's the mollies. There's still a little bit of post plant.
RB playing around the utility, and Mystic jumps right out of it and takes the fight to him. The panel's been cleared out, and what a hold, what a retake from DRX.
And where did Buzz come from in those final moments? Just swinging around yellow.
From the heavens, man.
Night and day difference from DRX since that timeout.
Look at that one more time.
Just a double updraft on top of the hut in the back of Silk. And it's beautiful because it's in the middle of the lockdown, it's in the middle of the Hunter's Fury. There's a lot of distraction in. Terry just floats his way past yellow.
So clean.
And the Hunter's Fury is what's clearing that. How these IGLs are calling Boaster versus Stacks. The assistance of their coaches and co-IGLs.
The drone goes down low. Buzz patient. Again, this game of what's the game called? With the marble and the 3 cups, and you're trying to hide it. Shell game, is that what it's called?
Squid Game?
It's a shell game, essentially, of the operator. They've done such a good job of concealing it up until now. And look at Fnatic. Look at how far up they've just pushed mid. Alfear's going to be late going into A, but they're trying to get around the Viper spin, and look at that deep wall. Look at that deep wall out from Mako. They've got him pinched in. But can Fnatic punch out? Can they fight back?
So difficult to get through, but Zest is the only one looking past the wall.
Alfear just on the outside of the pit. The spike's so far up.
The spread's still great here from Fnatic, though. They've actually maintained the space and spawn.
Durka up top.
Mystics through as well.
Stacks knows. Now they have to pivot. Mystic's in such a tough spot here.
I mean, Enzo can still cover him. Alfear's still here. I mean, they've literally got DRX pinched in on this A side. He's just tapping the spike, trying to get Mako to leave.
RB's res back up, numbers back their way. Enzo's got to go big here. He's got to be able to relieve some of this pressure mid.
He's also given up support on his teammates at A.
Mako creeping forward. What is this round, man? They're up so far. Enzo, the timing has to be immaculate here. He has 54 HP, he has no armor.
Waiting for his teammates' contact. Here's Alpha.
Swinging around, there he is. Enzo on the swing, Enzo with the kill for RB. What a play out from Fnatic. Can Mako swing it back?
He's got the spike on his side here, and it's not planted for the Fnatic members.
Enzo has one shock dart, and there it is. You see it soaring across your screen. Alpha here on the swing. The defuse will be no more. Fnatic get to 6.
What an insane round. Fnatic twice now out of the timeouts, going for some mid presence. Last time it was a B split, this time an A split, which is so unconventional. I mean, for Fnatic, it's a little bit more common, but still, even for them.
I mean, that seldom works. How often have you seen a successful A split through mid?
And also, I love the response from Mako. Obviously, they're trying to counter the Viper's fit, but he still has his wall up, and he uses it dynamically. You never see Vipers do like on defense.
Moments like this in elimination matches, deep in tournament runs, they bring out the best in players. They bring out the best in teams. Nothing to heal, nothing to conceal either. Kill going back and forth. Alpha here and Buzz both down.
This time we got Boaster's Viper's pit up. So they're gonna try to bully their way on the sites and just plop that down. Give themselves huge chances here. The drone's just been used too.
Surely that spotted Durka, right? Yeah, the spam through, he has to give it up.
Not committing. This wall, enough done.
Now Boaster has his pit. They can go if they choose to.
Needs to get in position to do that. Zest could easily counter him if he tries to walk up, so you need a pick first.
Durka just has to be the first one to go, surely.
Mystic still has his wall. He's gonna try to use that left side wall right now, and he does. And this could be it for Boaster.
Durka finding a big kill from up top and stacks on the train. Mystic still
Oh,
down.
no!
RB has gotten 2!
Huge!
Enzo's so far away too, he was already set up for post plants. He was already set up for lineups with the shock darts. And now the safety valve has become the main one. Spike picked up and instantly put right back down. As he goes aggressive, no longer interested in playing for shock darts, no longer making the high percentage play. He wants to take the fight, he wants to go aggressive.
Using the wall.
And surely you don't expect him here, but he gets antsy. Moving around, he spotted one.
He's spammable now.
He's got to drop down. Yeah, he's got to get away. Still surrounded, and RB gets the third on the round and the defuse.
It is a massive round from RB. Finding the space. Did he get on top of that wall? Is that how he challenged the planter eventually? You saw Boaster was thinking about it. He was completely caught off guard while that spike was being planted. Nobody to cover those two crucial members on Fnatic.
Yeah, I want to see that again, because you're right. It seemed like RB had elevation that he probably shouldn't have had.
Oh,
that was close. I mean, the kill was so close.
Yeah,
he'd gotten on the rope and then the wall. You're right, Boaster got just caught.
Double-edged sword, that one. But a lot of times you'll actually see Vipers use their ult there, so I'll give you the cope for a second. DRX is making a great run at this tail end of the first half. Fnatic at this point hoping to be a little higher in the round count, especially given the 4-0 start that they had.
The timeout really turned the tides in a massive way. Alpha here initially going on an exploratory mission towards A. A solo one at that, while the rest of the team makes their way down B long. Operator in the hands of Buzz as he's towards A. And if Alpha can, if he can just get the op to fire, there's so much information gained. But they're actually rotating back.
Right into the hands of Buzz, but same thing's going on the other side. It's just Buzz now left here, and Durka is definitely keeping them in this vicinity.
And a note here, Buzz still has his dash too. Feels a little bit of pressure. He can make a play and then get out. He's not stuck here.
But giving up the site is massive. So this setup is not going to favor here DRX because they're going to get that ult down. So good thing that the drone is coming in, calling Zest back over in this case.
30 seconds left.
There's Buzz, dash used. Player spotted. I think he took his hand off.
Mystic's going to bring him back up though, so it's not the biggest of deals.
No, you got to be careful here. If RB if he gets here in time, decides to use the lockdown, Enzo has the Hunter's Fury to counter. and the Viper's Pit. Boaster concealing everything. They try to spam through the wall, and there's the lockdown that we were just mentioning. The Hunter's Fury is the counter.
Oh my goodness.
Clear as day. Stax has gotten 2 on the round. Enzo trying to find anything else with 3 seconds left. The Spike's not going to have enough time.
Unbelievable.
What is this resurgence from DRX?
Lose the first 4 and just come back swinging so hard. Those fast retakes is something they're implementing on every single map. And Buzz with the insanely good and important first pick on the most valuable member of Fnatic at that point in the round.
Stax just like full battle stages his way too into the Viper's Pit. Chaos ensues, and they walk away on top. You're right, the fast retakes out from DRX are causing fits for Fnatic right now.
And it's
You want to play? Let's
so
play.
far away from what they were doing at the beginning of the half. Remember how slow they were waiting out the utility.
Yeah.
Waiting out even the post plants. Shifting gears and bringing it up to 5th.
We really haven't seen much fast out of Fnatic either.
You can't play fast with this comp.
Yeah. Again, they're having to dance around the utility. Durka almost hits a filthy shot. But it goes just a bit wide. He's still around though. Mako backside, trying to spam through. Guess where Durka might be. His Boaster goes up top, scoops the Spike up. This should be the second attempt at which they try to get it down. First one went sideways. Boaster manages to get it down. 3v3 here for the site. Remember, Durka has the Tour de Force, but he also has a Vandal in his hand. Who's the first to go? And where's the entrance? Where's the opening? Where's the crack to slip your way in? Durka still holding with the Tour de Force. The wall goes down. Buzz does too. A massive kill as Boaster swings around, finds a second on his Stax, and Mako will not survive.
7-5 at the end of the first half. Fnatic, a good attack side. You consistently see in this game that not really working out for him. So he's not taking those same paths. You saw the one where he almost pounded his desk. That was a flank that he usually should be able to get off.
And it really should have, if I remember correctly. I think he had a Vandal going into a Bulldog either way.
Nice peek past the drone as it takes contact on the other players from Durka, but there's nobody there.
Oh, I thought for sure that the drone had spotted Durka, but somehow continues to get away with situations that he probably shouldn't be able to.
Repositioned here. 2 more to find. Oh my goodness, Durka.
Durka's just lighting it up somehow! Poor Mystic was the sacrificial lamb for Durka to get another! What a teammate.
And that's now the 2 pistols for Fnatic. And Durka's 23-7. Also identical to the first half pistol rounds in terms of the kill distribution. Durka. Just insane.
Again, the help out from Mystic. Here you go, buddy. Take your time, reload. We'll give you another.
It's not fully committed to the FPX buy. As every person is bought up, Boaster with a Marshall holding the long angle at B. And I love this reactive. Oh, that one's a little interesting for Mystic, but usually putting it down reactively against the pistol is so good. And actually, this is low-key fire. You saw it.
Yeah.
It's a double segment over towards the right side here of Maze.
You're going to have to clear out, and he can tuck in this ratty little corner. You've got someone covering above it in Enzo right there. You see on your screen. The high ground covered.
Can you get through on the right, though? That's what I was originally hesitating on. I don't think so.
Doesn't sound like it.
Mystic. Never doubt him.
Buzz finally gets through 2 panels, but it's other 2.
And there's a gap for him on the left.
Yeah.
Oh,
and there
it's
it is.
beautiful.
He's rewarded for it. Durka from up top finds another. Stax, though, getting one with the classic, and Enzo's just, he's just picking up the shreds. Another clean round out from Fnatic. And this is how the first half started. Remember, it was a 4-0 lead. DRX swung back to get us to a 7-5 half, but given that it's the second half this time around, you've got to be a lot more careful.
Not as gambly as a buy in that anti-eco.
Yeah.
But I have to give props to Mystic there. Very, very cool wall. 9-5. This is where DRX, they have to win
Yep.
this bonus. Fnatic's attempt here can do so much. I also have to say, with the conversation about Alfir at the beginning of this half that we had for his first half performance, this is where he could really be more towards his role, right? More of a sentinel, more playing with the utility that he has, whereas first half he's trying to do a lot more. Same setup that they go for on the pistol. Trying to bait false information against the drone.
And given the fact that the DRX have been caught with similar antics before, I mean, sure, go for it again. Why not? This time it's actually DRX. You're choosing to make a slow run at this round.
I was thinking that alarm bot put so deep on A. It's gonna swing them back over towards B, but instead they come over and they're gonna face where they already know Dirk is. They already know Mystic is. Both the top fraggers of Fnatic at this point in the game. And I mean, come on, man.
Bro, the tech.
Still so much time on that wall too. I think they've noticed it at this point though. Let's see.
Have they? He's patient. No, they haven't noticed. Oh my gosh. He dashes away to safety. The slower dropped as he takes a step back.
The speed.
They're just playing just on the other side of the wall. Buzz goes up top. He gets impatient. He tries to go fast. And Fnatic gladly welcome what DRX throw their way. Another bonus round for the home crowd.
5-round lead has provided a little bit of coverage on the spike plan at that site and also in mid while he stays bottom boiler, even covering the mid push. Wow, DRX, I mean, that's not a normal alarm bot that you put down. That's one that you use for audibles called against, or that Fnatic calls. And they got a shark lineup for it.
And you see, once again, off of that shock dart, Boaster has to play mid.
Yeah. I mean, he's considering the fact, oh, they know a lineup for this. They're probably going to try to use that. But they don't. They just hit all towards A.
Now remember here, Buzz has a stinger. Got to keep that in mind here, but he's already taken so much damage. And again, this wall is just so pesky, man. But they get their way through it. They pick apart at it, and finally manage to get the spike down, but they're already dropping members.
That was actually their own wall. Stax misplaced it for the plant. So they had to break through it.
Pivotal mistake. Buzz again standing close by. Oh, the swing out from Dirk. Once again, off of the drone. The timing's just so good. And once again, it feels like DRX are going to walk out of this round with nothing more than a whimper. 11-5 in favor of Fnatic.
Now all they need is 2 more. Now we've been talking about the ult cascade. It's not usually as big of a factor on this defensive side, but it certainly is something that can get you these rounds. And DRX has that in their mind too. This is a very tall task.
And mind you, it's difficult regardless when someone on the other side is 27-8. But the truth is, again, like Mystic has been so difficult to deal with. Boaster's calling is very well.
Find them.
Another shock lineup set up here.
But this time it's not there.
Not necessarily. I'm not sure if that's the same lineup he used last time.
I think it was, and you see
Either
the
way, he moved it,
repositioning of it. Yeah, it's just a bit further to the east.
Mystic and Dirk are double set up here. Dirk is going to take contact TP out. They have nothing to nullify him with this composition.
And really no reason to think someone else would stay, too.
Also, look, Mystic has his classic out. Scared of the barrel poking out, but eventually swaps anyways. They're just not moving after dashing up top. Here's the drone.
He's cleared out. Again, this is the trap that was laid. And
It's too easy.
it's too freaking easy. You're absolutely right. A very good trade there as DRX find another, try to open their way into the site, and perhaps they have. Alfir and Enzo are here. They've got mollies, and they have the Hunter Siri, should they choose to invest it. You see Enzo already playing further back, waiting for it, and there it is. Nothing tag there. And it's just delayed. Does Alpha go aggressive here? Does he go really aggressive off of that, or does he wait? Patience
This wall can
from
fall.
the youngster as Nanoswarm looks to hit him in the face,
dart.
but the dart is so good!
And they don't spam the right spot.
Player standing.
It's all falling on Enzo though, in this 1v2. Again, no Hunter's Fury. He does have a couple of shock darts though. That one's a bit shallow. Mako on the swing, gets the trade.
You thought for sure Mystic was going to be able to find more than one in that case. They set him up so perfectly. But the trigger discipline not there, and it was, you know, it's not his fault there. Considering how close those DRX members are getting to his teammates, and his teammates think he's fully safe to be in the open there. And that's the first of many that DRX will need.
But again, it's right on schedule, right? It's a 4-0.
Exactly like the first half.
Yep. History does have a tendency to repeat itself, but we'll see if this book is rewritten.
Revealing area.
Derka has the Tour de Force. A couple of members on the side of Fnatic very close to having their ults online as well.
They've swapped everybody back over towards the A side, but look at the flank going on.
Yeah, they're so far into A that they can rotate back to B, knowing that there's no threat on the other side.
Stax is planting in a spot where he's completely exposed, by the way, to mid right there.
The Viper's Pit to provide cover, and Fnatic not going for the fast retake because of the flank. And look at this wall. Oh, but Stax getting dangerous, getting curious, swings out, tries to find value. But no, it's Enzo who does. The thing is, RB is still around. The drone's gonna find, or the dart, excuse me, is gonna find him too. The element of surprise gone. There's a fight happening on both sides. This is so tense right now. RB falls, that's on the trade. The spike is still ticking, the Viper's Pit's still around, and Dirk is gonna have to do it himself. And there's just no real way. There's just not enough time.
Can get away with the gun, it'll be a success.
His own slow, his demise, oh baby. Cutting it close.
Hectic flank there. Mystic, I think, missed blocking off the turret with the wall. That's why that wall was there. It lifted the turret instead. And I think it gave away the fact there was players way too close. Here's what we missed on the side of the Viper's Pit. Buzz holding it down with Mako.
That was so chaotic.
We might have gone with the insane run from Fnatic at the beginning of this half. The 4-0 basically in a row. But it's still now only 4 rounds of DRX's own. This has been cut down quite significantly already.
And DRX are in a position to really capitalize on this and perhaps make it even more. They have 4 ultimates to work with here, Balla. Decent money situation too.
Wondering, this Killjoy ult going to be the easiest one to use to get onto the site. But again, Alfear's Molly spread so well. Easily can delay, and if Boaster can get a Molly off before he has to leave, won't do anything. DRX is going to opt to just play the post plan instead with that lockdown, and that might be a round wrapped up.
Boaster's taking a good bit of damage. He doesn't have his Viper's Pit. RB, you see him. He's threatening, holding that lockdown, ready to go. Primed in position to secure the round for DRX, and there you go.
Both used at the same time.
What do Fnatic do? There's the Hunter's Fury, the one great equalizer in this situation. But perhaps Dirk can find more. Boaster still playing back yellow as Fnatic just dismantled DRX once again.
Locked. They're getting locked. Oh my goodness, there's 2 players here.
No
2 still
way.
alive though.
Oh, Zest!
Oh
He
my
only gets
goodness.
1. Oh, that could have been so bad.
What a split-second decision from Fnatic. Send 2 in, send 2 out. Boaster and Alfear committing to getting locked up. And they come in and save the day.
What a call, man.
And Dirk is now at 30 kills.
Only 30. You guys, slow it down.
It was 19 at the half, so absolutely hasn't. 30 and 9. And we saw yesterday Ye's performance. We might finally actually have this battle going on. Bait setup again. Mystic gonna stay up top this time.
This time he's playing a bit further up, and he's actually just there to clear out the drone.
Remember, every other time that drone has come through in this direction while Dirk has been here, it's been somebody else taking contact. So DRX should know something's up right off the bat here.
Buzz has the blades. He's on the opposite side. And you wonder who it is on the side of DRX that can try to neutralize this reign of terror out from Durka.
TP mate just made noise and RB trying to clear, making sure.
It's the same cheeky little setup that they had down Belong. Durka gets out, Mystic is still there.
And also, if you're wondering, Durka's shooting the ground there. He's looking for the alarm bot that he heard RB put down. Bosu now pops his ult. That means B almost certainly is closed in the decision-making tree of Stacks right now. And this is a do-or-die round for map number 1.
And look at Fnatic's setup already. You've got the nanostorms that just landed, the Sage wall, but DRX have to break their way through. They don't have a ton of time to pivot off of this. You've got Mako who's going to be on the flank, but there's an alarm bot that's keeping him back. Meanwhile, the star for DRX has already fallen. Buzz no longer around RB2. Mako's timing does not align. And Durka looking to clean it up himself, not able to do it. It's actually Alfier who puts DRX away and gives Fnatic a 1-0 lead.
Fnatic's Icebox looking strong as ever. Before this tournament, there were 7. Fnatic, 3 players down mid, the other 2 over towards A. Heavy presence here. And it's Mako to respond with Buzz on the other side of tiles.
Turk has already slipped his way forward across mid. You can see the pressure, the aggression out of Fnatic.
None of the darts or haunts used in towards mid either.
And look at the pings across the minimap. From the side of DRX, they have a really good idea of
Look at Bolster's flash top mid. They could swing with it. Oh no. DRX is just clapping back and it didn't even go well at all.
No. Perhaps too much aggression on the side of Fnatic, and DRX were waiting for it. They were ready. Derek and Enzo are the only 2 that remain. Spike's gonna go down 2. They're gonna have to get through the gravity wall. They're gonna have to get through the one way. They're gonna have to get through Buzz. And well, so far they've done all 3. RB on the flank too. That's gonna cause problems. Surely not expecting that. Okay, maybe you are. Perhaps you are. What was once a 5v2 has turned into a 3v2.
Have to get through the star on the spike as well, so time not on their side.
No, the layers.
Mako's playing so safe.
The layers are deep here, man. Yeah, look at Mako. Enzo's left alone in this 1v2. He drops a little bit of utility to get some info, or at least attempt to. Enzo on the tap, walks right into Sax's crosshair. First pistol of the series going in favor of DRX.
That's breaking a long streak of losses too.
How far back?
6 pistol losses in a row.
That's not good.
And they break it, so. Super important start here on Ascent. And that, yeah, I mean, that performance, yeah, you guys were a little off on the math, 1.6, not 1.5, but
You're gonna rob the man. You're gonna rob the man at that 0.1. That's messed up.
That's ridiculous, guys.
Yeah, for that to be, either way, for that to be the best performance that we've seen in Istanbul is astounding.
In terms of KPR,
Right.
obviously there was some heroics from so many different players this tournament so far. I expect it to continue.
Oh,
This is where we've had a lot of fireworks, this map specifically.
And the truth is the fireworks, the heroics for Fnatic are going to have to continue in this round. You see, because DRX wins a pistol, they have the gun advantage, just pistols on the side of Fnatic here.
Deploying drone.
Rotate through spawn back towards B from DRX, a little bit late. That seems to be okay, as Durka's timing is great to clear out mid.
They're stacking back sight here. There's not, Durka's gonna spot the cross too. That turret just got broken. And they now have to deal with that on top of the fact that there's 3 players of Fnatic in the back of sight.
The one benefit to having this gun disadvantage is perhaps numbers. Swing things back your way. You see them, they're all huddled in. They're all
The Seas gets them all.
Oh, they're all decayed. Buzz, patient. Oh my gosh, how long until Buzz swings, man? RB gets 3 on the round. He's gonna get the spike down too. And Durka, who's the initial information gatherer in this round, is now the last one standing. Mako waiting on the other side, bulldog in hand. As Durka gets to mull over how he's gonna try to attempt this. We did call for magic. We did call for heroics. But this would be something else. DRX are going to take this up to a 2-round lead. They are going to preserve a couple of weapons too. Note Zest didn't take any damage, so he still has light armor that he can work with. They still have the Bulldog in the hands of Mako that they can carry through. This is a great setup for DRX, man. It is.
It's huge. Let's see if they can do what Fnatic did to them. Convert the bonus, get out to a 4-0 start.
That would be so massive.
I mean, that would be such a shift in momentum. Every single player here got seized by stacks, and they double peak on both sides. Really nicely done.
RB went a little nutty there. It's good to see him getting a couple kills, perhaps getting the ball rolling. He's so important to the success of this team.
Right there.
No, Durka not with an op early. He didn't save for it. So just the Vandal for him.
And again, he's going to be checking around mid.
We also have Alpha here playing over towards B with a trap set up for Buzz. So if you can get the push from Fnatic to make DRX make the decision to fall off, go back towards B, that could be something to look at. Durka definitely hears those footsteps on the peak.
He's so freaking loud.
He's peeking it now too. I mean, we've already seen him explore mid in the last round at around this timing too, while they were crossing B.
No, Mystic is here to help. You've got Enzo holding the cross too. It's a really nice setup to establish mid control here and put Durka in a position to get behind enemy lines.
But DRX is playing so slow. They're waiting for this. He's coming back tiles. Everybody's giving up on him.
Oh,
where's the drone gonna go?
Durka's in trouble. Dash out, but he's been able to take the fights one at a time, and Zest just waiting on the other side.
No!
How does Durka get away with 2?
Unreal. He should have been punished instantly there. But Zest goes for the drone. It's so unlucky for DRX. And now 4 versus 3.
Buzz dashing into a smoke. Should be able to get into the site. Yeah, clear everything out. Stacks with the task of hitting the spike down succeeds.
Spike planted.
And nobody wants to play in dark right now, given that nade is still up for Mystic.
And how problematic have we seen that be? Just this tournament.
The haunt.
Buzz repositioning. Conceals his presence, swings around, gets a kill onto Enzo. Should be able to upgrade a weapon too, and that's exactly what he does. Still healthy, 25 armor.
They have the option to go window too.
Stacks playing down low, he falls. Fnatic busts the thing wide open.
And again, that was a 4v3, so DRX tried to make a play in through tree.
Bomb grenade out.
But it only catches Enzo. Virtually for free, but the rest of Fnatic was just starting that retake so quickly. DRX-esque, as we saw on Icebox. But remember how much of a blunder it started off with the round for DRX.
Yeah.
Durka should not have gotten 2 there. Never. Never, ever, ever.
Highway robbery, really. And it's not, it's not as outrageous of a start as it was on Icebox, but Durka's still being Durka for now. Deep knife, not going to spot anyone. Out of RB. And Buzz takes that as the cue to gladly work his way forward. Oh, that hurts.
Just missed the alarm bot. You saw how impactful that was on Icebox when they did break it. And it's both shock darts from Zest.
Oh, surprise.
Something to note, looking at the setup from Fnatic right now, 4 players grouped up towards A, and Durka's up top. Behind the turret. Oh, it's cheeky. But also, there's 3 initiators on the side of DRX, so it's a very dangerous setup to go for. Knowing those darts are going to come in.
You just saw Alfier sidestep the knife.
And also, you're leaving Enzo here entirely alone.
And he was starting to rotate away, but I think off of that view of the ult being used by RB, he decides to stay. But not too far, not too aggressive, preserves his life.
Look at the triple coming back against Mako here. He's alone in a pinch.
But he's waiting for it. He's ready. How much value can he find? Is it going to be too much? He's already got 1, able to isolate it.
Waiting
G2
for Durka
still
here.
waiting, and there's Durka on the swing.
Oh, they used their flash though. That's some of the initiation power on the retake gone.
Weapon upgraded for Enzo. Zest has to be cleared out.
It's only Boaster to do it.
It's got to be big.
Oh!
Poster, and it is. The Nightfall through too, but I don't think he tagged everyone. One may have been avoided. Buzz still playing tight, looks away just at the wrong time. Numbers not in their favor either. RB's left alone, and he's gotten it down, but not down enough.
So close to on the timing there for that retake, but Fnatic, insane retake. 2 big hurdles to get through in terms of the lurkers for DRX in that setup. But then the retake itself is just so good. We're gonna see Durka here go absolutely crazy as well after Boaster gets this kill.
What a kill.
The seize is good, Alfir gets the 2, Durka's dashing in and checking all the corners. And then Enzo double dive.
Tied up at 2 apiece, Fnatic with 2 ultimates to work with. Pistols on the side of DRX, as it seems like a change in the leads is inevitable. Durka with the Blade Storm, remember his fiendish performance last time we saw him on Jet on this map.
And I also love the trend that Durka is showing us since coming back onto the Jet is instead of buying a shorty with your knives, something like that, he just buys a frenzy. Much more effective in a lot of situations.
Yeah, but not as fun.
Yeah, no, certainly.
And you see this setup once again, Mystic very close by to Durka. Remember, it was in the previous round that we saw him sneak all the way down Cat, that Mystic was close by. It's like they're attached at the hip.
Has the same as well. On Icebox, it was those 2, the Chamber and the Sage. Durka for the 3rd time, he's exploring. Mako's in his star form. And he goes top mid?
He goes deeper.
What?
Because of course.
He's flanking so fast here, Doug. Oh my goodness.
And there's nothing to cover it. There's nothing to cover it at all. One head gone, the second just on the other side of the box. As he tries to get elevation, he tries to get high ground. The pesky kill not coming through yet. But the frenzy works there. You called it. Dashing forward, Durka looking for a 3rd. Alfir takes it, but it still looked good. As Mako and RB are left alone.
And Mako's nowhere near. Still, they're not fully halved here on the defuse.
Durka trying to do that. RB attempting to make a play. It's not happening today. Durka and Alfir too really give the lead back to Fnatic.
What a read from Durka and Boaster there. Not sure who makes that call, but has to be Durka almost. Certainly. He just had such a quick commitment. After he spots the burst, crossing back over towards B to dash behind the players about to hit the site.
And some would call it reckless, but that's a split-second decision there. Yeah. It's either I go forward or I'm out.
And also, potentially there's utility being thrown from DRX on the A site there that triggers that for him, but it's something that so many other Jets would not make that call.
Flashbang.
And they've got to find a solution to that cap push because it's happening way too often. Durka now has the op, so it might not come as frequently. But this is a difference already for DRX. Yes, we've seen them go for a B split in through mid. But early take of mid, they haven't been using the initiator utility in that section outside of the KO knife.
Mystic close by the flash, that means Durka's able to preserve his dash, but the hits at B. And this feels like the first time we've seen them challenge Alfir. He's got a lockdown to work with too, Bala.
This flash could come, but Buzz is going to be on top of him, so that's really not an option.
What utility does Boaster have? He's got plenty. He saw his paranoia too, and it lands right in the lap of Buzz. Alfir suppressed, not able to use any of his utility, at least for now, but Boaster's still close by. He's still got the angle, he's still got the cover. Alfir continuing to be challenged as there are so many members just on the other side of the wall, but Alfir on the swing, only able to spot one. There it is, the second, the third! As Alfir holds the site for Fnatic.
A whole team effort for a whole site hold. Enzo's Nightfall comes at the perfect time, right as Boaster puts down his smoke. And this decays them for Alpha to just destroy.
His timing on the swings was so good, man. While the rest of DRX are having to deal with and distracted with everything else that's happening, he strikes.
Fnatic with the lead now after DRX. Remember, they broke that pistol round streak of losses. We were questioning whether they could win the bonus, but they just haven't found any value since then.
Nothing here early and aggressive. Boaster once again finding value with that paranoia. On to Buzz. It feels like we've seen this before. Buzz on the dash. He's got the blade.
Boaster's alone
And
now.
he's gone up top. Oh, but Boaster's able to pluck him out of the sky. And he's going to reposition. Gonna stay alive.
And look at where he's gone too. He's gone towards B main, so he's on the flank now.
What a play out from Boaster. I think Stax was able to upgrade a weapon. Zestos too. Can they convert it into more? No, I don't know that they can. I mean, Boaster shot there on the Buzz. Because Buzz was the key to success.
He was so high up. He was so high up. Boaster. A lot of criticism towards the guy this tournament, but it's mostly reactionary for the most part. The last 2 rounds have been really, really good for them.
I just want to see it again. DRX calling a timeout, which gives us an opportunity to see this one more time.
Look how high he is, man. And he's Nightfalled.
Wow.
And also getting Gravwelled. And against advantage they were supposed to have at that point.
The one heavy huff of opium that I can give the people on the side of DRX is that this map has been very swingy this tournament. So it just feels like no lead is ever safe.
Bring them down.
You see the repositioning out, Turka holding the op, this time into B main.
There's that utility to spot bottom mid.
And this is really the response to the pressure on Cat, right? Push into it yourself, spam into the smokes, make sure Dirk is not close by.
And it's a little too late too, because Dirk is no longer doing that with this op. He did swap positions, remember last time he was over towards A. This time over back towards B. Astral Wall being pulled out right now.
Want to fight it?
And off of that, they're going to try to apply pressure, but once again,
With the second
Boaster's
flash.
paranoia, and the swings up from Mystic. Durka even getting in on the action as they try to split into B. The spike is going to work its way out though, but it's so far ahead, it's by itself. Stax has no one with him. A massive kill up from Mako to try to bring it back, but once again, Stax is the loneliest player on the server. Swings out, tries to get a kill, and
Oh, they're
does. He gets
overheating.
the second, he's gotten it down to a 1v1. There's no freaking way.
They just overheated so hard. Dirk is just going for the spam, and
Spike planted.
that gives time for Stax to plant. Alpha here, out on market.
Alpha has the ult. Stax on the swing. The timing, gorgeous! What a clutch from Stax. 3 on the round.
And it started off so good with the mid hold there, but Stax with the Red Bull clutch. What was this, 1v3?
Yeah, it was a 1v3.
I mean, look, Durka wants to push him after the spam because Enzo is going to be the next guy to take contact. Because get that seesaw. There's definitely a lot of heads and hands there in the crowd, but still Fnatic maintain the lead. Still, this first half going quite well for them. I just have to continue to remind the people what's happened on Ascent this tournament is consistently this attack side. It's where people struggle. So far, 3-5. DRX not sweating just yet.
Buzz creeping into the smoke. Waiting to see what's on the other side for Turka. Wanting to go aggressive there. Yeah, he does get tagged by the drone, and it's going to find even more.
Yeah, just spotted Mystic too. Mystic has to get out of there. Also note, Zest did not spend his ult just yet on that drone tag, because Durka easily gets out of there. He's re-clearing.
Bro, you can tell he's just antsy. He wants to go, but he's jumped on the other side and he dashes forward.
If he got that kill, I would have lost it.
I mean, the freaking whole venue would have lost it. Look at Buzz repositioning, dashing a bit in the same way. There's so much more agency when you put Durka on this jet. You saw that it's a double-edged sword there.
That's a good ult from Mystic, but I don't think they realize how far out they are.
And Enzo's here trying to anchor the
Flash
site by
out.
himself.
30 seconds.
It's a 1-for-1. Boaster now with the rhyme! What a flick from Boaster! But Mako, again, trying to bring things back. A 2v2, Alfie close by, and it's going to have to be him by himself. He lost the clutch previously. Can he win this one?
Spike's not planted yet.
He used the ult. There's no way in.
He's got into backside.
They're going to have to overwhelm Alpha here. Can he hold the line by himself?
They
Is
don't
there
know where
even
he
enough
is.
time?
They don't know where he
there's
is.
not enough time.
No!
He's gotten it to 1. The clock has expired. What a holdout from Alpha here. The Red Bull clutch for Fnatic.
Back-to-back clutches. And the venue's come alive at this point. Fnatic strike back instantly. Look at this from Boaster. Holds his flash early on. He almost used it. Waits for Mystic to join him.
Jeez.
And that spray transfer, just unreal from the IGL.
It was a pre-fire too. Spamming that angle before there was even a peek. He knew.
Back into the round already. Dirk is exploring. He doesn't have that op this time. Going right back towards old antics.
Here.
Oh, but this
That's a recall. Oh my goodness.
Bro, 3 people facing that right there.
It is only a Marshall though. For a second I thought he was just going to get picked instantly.
Mako has a Vandal. You mentioned the Marshall in the hands of Buzz. And once again, it seems like they're going to try to work mid. The alarm bot again cleared out. Now without getting triggered, so off of that you can tell there was no utility that did it.
DRX has been ignoring the A side for the majority of this game.
It's going to be another split.
And
Stax
Alpha-
has his ult.
Alpha's alone.
Is that the setup? Is it off of the Nightfall that they go? The knife there, and I believe Alfier's sidestepped it. Boaster's going to
getting here.
reposition. Yeah, Alfier's already fallen. Enzo trying to spam through the smoke, and he's rewarded with a gift. Now Boaster's here. The rotation's coming through. You still have
30
Buzz, who's
seconds
still
left.
laying in mid. Boaster
Prowler,
down low, finds another. Boaster's not quite done yet.
What?
Repositions into the smokes, and Stax has no idea. Now Zest trying his hand at it too. Oh, and Stax with the flick. But Fnatic keep it together.
And now they're sweating. Because Boaster's not only giving them nightmares, but they're only at 3 so far. That was definitely an opportunity. But Enzo and Boaster, after DRX picks off Alfia, they combine to shut down the eco attempt.
And the setup was there, man. I don't know if it was hesitation out of DRX or what, but there was just enough time for Boaster to reposition and make that play. He doesn't ult. Who knows how that round goes?
Finally some attention, but look, they went for it. Mini shark attack, just Dirk and Boaster exploring.
And off
Ult's
of that.
using the other side though. Alfia again, alone.
Down.
Reinforcements close by. Alfier's already got one. How much more can he find? The second there, the third. Too easy! Oh, it's too easy as Alfier's still looking for more. The swing out, he spots one player. And now the reinforcements are here. The help has arrived as Mystic gets onto Stax. Mako so far from the play. Just has to sit back and watch, sit back and wait. Mako really with no good option, no good room. And he takes Mystic down as a gift, parting consolation prize, but the round still goes in favor of Fnatic.
Such a good hold from Alfia. Just down and dark. And he has no utility to help him here. Durkee, yes, spamming the cross, but I mean, come on.
And he almost gets the fourth onto Stax as he's jumping behind Jenny.
Last round of the half now. And a big tool out of the kit. RB already popped his ult, but still 3 ults for DRX. Only 1 on Fnatic side.
And the buy is not great. You need to get the, Bladestorm into the hands of Buzz. That's exactly what they do. Stax has been holding on to this Nightfall for a couple of rounds now.
Oh my goodness. Fnatic are literally ahead of the ideas.
Yep.
Remember, I mentioned how DRX has been avoiding the A side. Yes, they get the orb, And they start a little bit of control towards there at the beginning of the round, but look, immediately going back, and this for the first time. Yes, Dirk is opted in this position, but they've not had a bait setup. They've not had Mystic and Boaster hand in hand. Sorry, Mystic and Durka.
They also have Enzo close by.
He's
with
got
his
an Odin,
Nightfall.
dude. An Odin. Once that pressure comes onto these two, that spam will be brutal.
It's going to be another split.
It has, I mean, I hope so, for their sake.
And this time there's no alarm bot covering mid. That's why you see Boaster playing close by. Really almost in poetic timing, Boaster steps away. So mid is currently unguarded. Truly, they hear the drone. The Prowler has been used B2.
It's only Alpha Air again where they want to go up into tree.
Remember, the
30
Nightfall is
seconds
going to be
left.
on the other side too.
They've got the wall as well. They can go for a plant easily. And Mystic's re-explored. They know what's happening. They're ahead of the play.
Boaster once again with the opener. There it is, the Nightfall. Where's the counter? Enzo patient on it, and there it is. Now it's been used. It's going to hit a couple members as you've got Mystic who's going to be on the flank. 10 seconds left to get the spike down. Can they do it in time? Seems to be the case. Now they've got the Cosmic Divide. They're going to have to navigate around as well.
RB.
He's flashed. He's going aggressive. Alfier gets dropped. Now the Hunter's Fury as Durka is still playing up top. Zest right beneath him! And Durka falls. The kills trade back and forth. The stacks with the Guardian gets it down to a 1v2 Boaster. Can he do it again? Can he be the heroics for his team? Can he split the net? Can he get behind enemy lines? Can he get it? He's isolated into one, but he has no idea where the other member was. Sax cleans it up just in the nick of time to get DRX to 4.
It really has been a battle of the two as well. Stacks, another 1v1 for him. Boaster almost made it happen. That was a series of ridiculous ults being used and plays being made.
Good night, that flick out from RB.
When RB's going over top there, he's actually did get hit by the ult of Zest, who was in hell. That's crazy.
8-4 half in favor of Fnatic. DRX, they're not done yet. They're not done fighting. Let's throw it down to the desk.
Thank you so much, Doug. And I mean, look, just diving right into this one here. One of the stars of that half, without a doubt, you got to talk about Alfier, the hometown kid, popping off here in front of this crowd, really contributing a lot, Mimi, to this team's success.
Yeah, I mean, this guy has been looking absolutely absurd. And what I love about Alfier is that he can pivot from playing the Neon to playing the Raze, these super hyper-aggressive dive agents, to go hop onto the Killjoy and play slow, play calculated, and be just as good. It doesn't matter what role this guy plays, he will perform.
30 seconds left.
And it really does showcase as well with Fnatic, I think, as well. On these retakes, they have been so good, so clean. And in particular, I want to highlight Boaster as an individual because he has been having so much great impact in not only just the opening kills for his team, but also being able to just trade effectively for them over and over and over again. Great IGLing, great understanding of the macro understanding of how to play that map as well. And his smokes have been really good as well, just partitioning up sites every time these hits are coming in for DRX.
Yeah, I mean, thus far it has really felt like a battle of the IGLs, Buzz versus Stacks, but you can see it right now. The energy is with Fnatic. The crowd
Actually,
loves
we have to
this
thank
team.
Doug and Baller for that because they're the ones that actually got the clap going. So shout out to those guys. But yeah, now looking forward though, right, as we see DRX, you know, needing to try and claw their way back into this one, Mimi. I mean, again, the eyes have to be on Buzz here.
Yeah, the pressure really does lie with him. In their previous game of Ascent, this guy was the hero. You can see in a lot of his kills here that he will get aggressive, fight on the extremities, but his priority is winning out in these retakes. With that triple initiator comp, that is where DRX thrives. But right now, I'm not focused on the comp. I'm not focused on the players. I'm focused on the mental. The crowd is against them. The pressure is on. If they lose this half, their year again ends in disappointment. They will again be defined by choking their playoff runs when they hit that 5th, 6th position. This is their last chance to break through and find something new, to define their legacy by something great.
And it would be an absolute tragedy for the 2022 season to end like this. They need to come back here and now if they want to battle against the narratives and battle against that curse.
Well, if you're a DRX fan, the question you got to be asking yourself is, do you believe in miracles? Do you believe that curses can be broken? Let's send it back over to Doug and Baller to find out.
Durka.
The picture has been painted. The situation dire. They understand the stakes before them. End of the year, end of the tournament run. The curse once again plaguing them as they have to wait for months with that on their shoulders. DRX down 4. They have to turn it around here, Balla.
And I wonder what the conversation was during halftime for them. Was 4 rounds on attack enough? Their defenses have been so stellar. I mean, we've seen it.
They're aggressive. Good night. They're aggressive. Look at that. They're so far up. They're going to give Dirk a taste of his own medicine, but this time he's wise to it. He's waiting. Alfier's already gotten one. There are 2 members on the other side of the smoke. It dissipates! And the kills go in favor, at least Fnatic for now. But Buzz on the trade as Boaster's clip runs dry.
They have the time advantage right now, but Fnatic is squandering it. The sites were not guarded. But in that situation, obviously, there could be so many variables you're not accounting for.
And that's
So
why
they slow it down, but DRX with the good read. Just the natural lean. 50 seconds still to play. That could make DRX second guess themselves.
That's exact, yeah. Cut noise. Introduce an element of doubt.
But in this case, you don't move. I mean, he's looking at the backside right now, worried about the flank. Utility given out, though, so Buzz will be here.
And that's the cue. Stacks managing to avoid the early damage.
30 seconds left.
Buzz waiting. It's going to be difficult to get through that, but the flash may be the problem. Yep, there it is. Buzz has to give the angle up, leaving Stacks on an island. And he's gotten it down. Buzz on the trade. Stacks trying to clean things up as there is help on the other side. DRX win the pistol.
And it's back to winning ways for them on the first rounds of these halves. Both pistols in this game. And it's because Stacks and Buzz play together so well. Buzz being able to get the kill through the door, I mean, as Stacks begins to swing.
The timing was perfect.
And again, that's not a position that you think Stacks is going to be, right? Underneath. Not just spotting heaven, not just jump spotting, but committed to the site.
No early pressure this time from DRX. As they don't explore mid-map. They don't make a play around Cat. They're much more patient this time around. Unaware as to what's on the other side.
Both orbs collected for 2 key members of Fnatic here. The Killjoy and the Fade. And one thing as well, when we're on the theme of attack sides being so tough in this event, that's something that Durka playing the Jet is definitely alleviating a little bit. Same thing for Buzz, which we saw in that first half. Whereas almost every other team committing to no duelist on this map.
This time it's Fnatic who are quietly working their way at mid. And it's a full commit, man. Everyone is there. There is no split. There is no second layer. There's just classics and a prayer. Zest with the Bulldog finding one, the second there too.
30 seconds left.
As they're chaining their utility so well. But Boast from Fnatic got a couple kills. That's all it's going to be though. Zest with 4, DRX at 6.
Fnatic just dry walk up mid in that case, and Buzz comes at the perfect time.
1 second, peeps. I gotta visit the Astral to play some
If
stuff.
he doesn't spot them there, they have the chance to actually walk into Boaster's smoke, which is set up to pop out.
That should work.
But now we're in the bonus for DRX.
About there.
And again, we asked the question, can they convert? A 4-0 at the beginning of the half would tie them up.
Durka looking to challenge mid. And there's nothing aggressive early on, but you see the setup from Buzz and Zest right there on your screen. Hand in hand as they try to keep control of this area of the map. And again, a quiet early round. I mean, you can feel the tension building, Bala. Neither team wanting to be the first to make the mistake. And there it is. The first mistake is made, and it's by Buzz.
And he thinks he has a little bit of leeway to peek there, given that dart took a while to be broken by Durka. And he wants to challenge. A star on Fnatic.
It's interesting what they choose to do here because Fnatic have some room to work with. The knife just hit A and it didn't hit anyone. The spike is still that way.
There's so much misdirection going on.
Yes.
Right? Breaking the wall, the smoke has gone down and spawned. The flash out for Durka to actually commit here.
But the spike is headed over while Boaster Still a day. Oh, now it's Enzo bringing it back. Massive kill out from Alpha here.
And that actually gives the idea that they're coming towards B, but somehow, some way, DRX have not budged. And Fnatic pivot one more time.
The quadruple pivot.
Blocking sight.
The Cloudburst is Durka looking to go forward. Zest once again tries to replicate the success he found in the previous round and cannot. Now Durka going 13 seconds left. The spike should arrive.
10
It
seconds
should
left.
get planted. Remember, Mako just with the Spectre, RB with the Sheriff.
One enemy remaining.
And there's really nothing you can do here. Mako's managed to upgrade a weapon.
No charges left.
He gets one kill, but that's all it's going to be.
Durka looks like a different beast in this game, in this series so far. With the approaches that he's going for. There again, just chasing kills, it felt like. I mean, obviously the first was something different, but this last as well. I mean, he's by himself in this instance.
It's the Durka way, and it works.
And DRX does not convert. They have a decent buy here, given they had a bonus.
Here.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a little touchy here. Zest only has a Sheriff light armor on 2 members.
Here.
Alfier has his ult too. You see an early challenge from Stax into B main. Trying to garner any bit of information.
Oh, it missed. That definitely thinks he cleared right there for Enzo.
Yeah, but will they challenge him? Buzz still here, and yes, they will! Ah, what a blunder.
Yeah, that's a mistake, but that Prowler, I mean, that's a lot of space to clear. And Enzo tried, and that's why he thought it cleared. He thought he flicked enough onto that side. Still some room to work with, don't forget. They've got this ult from Alfier. And something you could do, I mean, Fnatic has been clearly wanting to manipulate the map and manipulate the rotations to catch picks. With the players in mid here, Alfier could use the lockdown and potentially do something in spawn.
The Prowler just spotted members in B main, and you saw them pull off.
Yeah, because they think it's about to come.
Yeah.
You should run.
And it is.
And there it is. Does he have a lineup? Does Zest have anything? He has 2
30
shotguns.
seconds left.
No, he's just holding them. So you're just going to wait out the lockdown, and then they're going to go, and you see Boaster perfectly timed Paranoia once again to delay.
No way.
But what a shot out from Zest. Tag of the Dark gives him everything. Stack still playing with smokes. 13 seconds left, and Mystic tried. Tuck and Tail tried getting away. Not able to
10
reposition.
seconds left.
Alfier looking to go aggressive. They're in a 2v5. Can Alfier do it before this crowd? So many targets before him, and no, he cannot. Boaster severely outnumbered. And DRX win another.
Crucial round here for DRX. They keep it within 2 and don't squander the opportunity they had up ahead of them with that pistol round win. We could have been looking at a very similar scoreline to Icebox with Fnatic in the lead. Instead, this game is still very much playable. And that's what you get, kind of. Obviously, that was a mistake on the Prowler from Durka, but with the pace he's playing at and with the attitude he's playing with, you end up with first deaths like that.
You're playing with a little swagger. Sometimes you do get burned. But again, not really a mistake of his own. Either way. Durka going right back into it. The blades don't land! As Stax is able to hold the line. Buzz close by the span there, and it's good. And it seems like Fnatic already at such a numbers disadvantage have to reconsider how they approach this.
And they invested in this round heavily. They wanted to catch DRX by surprise. And it looks like we're going to be waiting here for a little while. Yeah, Boaster choosing to talk to his team right now instead of use a timeout. 50 seconds to the left in the round, and they're all the way in spawn.
The question is, how aggressive will DRX get? But man, the comeback from them has been outrageous. Crowd still obviously behind Fnatic, and perhaps the moment of encouragement during this lull in the action is what they need, because, again, the comeback from DRX.
Yep.
Turns out they can punch back too, huh?
10 seconds left.
They're few but mighty, and they
come on
instantly
now.
get booed out by the
come
chance of
on.
DRX.
And it's funny because they did get a little bit of love from the rest of the crowd, but there's a section right behind us that is Can Yang and the DRX crew. So they might sound a little louder to our English broadcast. This was, I mean, we're talk about Turka and overheating it a little bit. This obviously was a called strat,
Yeah.
but that's where, I mean, we saw literally a round by Turka against 100 Thieves. We went crazy with a strat like that, and look at this, with the 3 guns saved, with the pep talk from Boaster.
I'll find you.
They've invested again, and we're back to slow pace.
Note once again, Enzo grabbing the orb in the previous round now has that Nightfall online. Prowler just cleared out all of B main by Stacks.
Playing with fire.
That is bold.
Again, 3rd round in a row here where Fnatic has been the first death.
And that one was,
Are you kidding me? I mean, that is, what a play. An idea from Mystic and Durka there to get a flash into market and dash by yourself, but there was 2 players there playing with way too little information.
they've returned back towards B. Area that was cleared out and then cleared out again. But with options really non-existent.
Control of B main still gives him room to execute.
30 seconds
Yeah.
left.
Potentially room to get another orb here, something like that, because Enzo's had his for a while.
Yeah, this feels like another save.
20 seconds, wow.
If you're Fnatic here, you've got to find a sign of some sort. Manage to somehow draw a line between them and what DRX are doing, because
10
they're
seconds
not
left.
even tangentially close
Yeah.
to what DRX are being able to pull off.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're nowhere near the vicinity.
I'll find you.
It's been these defaults that, oh my goodness, he's gonna try to get a kill here. Not gonna be fast enough, they, for Fnatic. Happy about that one. 3 guns again, they're gonna invest once more. And this time, I mean, Boaster's just exploring by themselves and just missed times team in a year.
Can Fnatic cauterize the bleeding? Can they capitalize on the advantage that they had? It's an aggressive beat. The drone is cleared, but Alpha holds the line. A massive kill. I believe it was you said with 3 rounds in a row where Fnatic had died first. This time, it's different.
And it's Alpha Yair as well, the young Turk of the squad, to step up, and he took a solo fight. We saw that, solo fight after solo fight in the previous rounds, and it's him to do it.
And it's been quiet, but I think he's 18 and 11. He's playing well.
For everybody on Fnatic, it's been quiet on this attack.
Yeah.
And they're grouping again. Boaster, the only sole member of Fnatic up the top mid. Everybody else in this B main area, and this is a good call.
All he needs to get is info, and he has his ultimate. If he can see any rotations coming through mid, he can realize where the pressure's coming from.
This KO ult is huge too. Getting this online right now, you're not gonna have the double dart.
The smoke into market.
Face your fear!
There's the Nightfall. They're
There's
both.
both darts.
They're gonna roll right by each other, and there's the KO ult that you mentioned.
30 seconds left.
Boaster now committing to the ult. Oh my gosh, I thought he was gonna go back side. A bit further up, perhaps expecting someone there. Enzo's found one on his S already, but they managed to get the site. The thing is, Stax is back here. Stax hasn't been cleared, and he still has some utility. But Durka on the spot. Stax doesn't care.
Time.
He's swinging out, and they're all flashed, but Mystic lands the shots anyway. Mako in an impossible situation. A 1v4 to preserve the tie.
And Mako getting exits here. He knows the situation's been save after save. If he gets guns down, even just a few, That's just huge.
He's so aggressive. Look at him. But Alfie, you're wise to it.
When they were both flashed there, I was looking frantically to find, is RP alive? Because I'm pretty sure that was Mystic's flash. Thankfully, Mystic is able to actually get the kills. But that could have been a moment where Stax gets both of those players.
Jeez.
Enemy remaining.
Okay, RP was alive.
3 ultimates on the side of DRX. The Hunter's Fury and the Cosmic Divide both key. Buzz has an op too. He's gonna challenge mid. Defensive knife, not gonna tag anyone.
If I'm Boaster and Fnatic right now, I'm telling my 2 stars, Dirk and Alfir, let's play 4 picks, but let's not get too aggressive.
Yeah.
Because that aggressiveness has been costing us dearly.
It's a nice edge that they choose to dance on. And in some instances, it's rewarded success, and in other times, it's rewarded tragedy.
And also another switch up here, Buzz, with the op. So you can't necessarily play for the same type of picks that you were before. So many ults on the side of DRX too. If you burn this clock even a little bit, and they are, you have that Cosmic Divide that could lock you out. You have that Hunter's Fury that could just end you. So that's playing on site though.
And just for a moment, it looked like they may have gotten past the haunt. I think a second earlier on the rotation, Field spots nothing.
30 seconds left.
C's not gonna land. You mentioned them burning the clock. They've gotten this far. You see the Cosmic Divide through his S, just looking away at the wrong time. RB's able to trade it out, though he doesn't find anything else as Alfier cleans him up. He's actually backside. He's cutting off the rotations. Buzz cannot get in, but he somehow managed to slip through. Alfier cleans him up anyway. Mako once again in a brutal spot. This time it's, I mean, maybe more doable. It's certainly not as dire as it was before.
That one way going up, he has only one way to commit. Down towards land, and Enzo and Alfie are immediately covering it up. Splitting up 2, no chance. Fnatic finally find a way. And now it's DRX thinking,
Right there.
this B hit is causing us trouble. Too often are we actually getting the utility off that we want to hold this site.
Cover going on.
But at the same time, we're getting pressured so much by the executes from Fnatic that we're not able to actually use our counter utility to full effect.
Oh, and how devastating would it be for DRX to get this close and come up just a bit short.
One enemy remaining.
The comeback has been impressive.
A guide to take these aggressive peaks. But the way that Fnatic is playing so slow, so cautious in the default, and then suddenly getting aggressive, I think you could easily find some value. And for the first time as well, it's not just the straight default. Yes, Alfie is all the way alone on the B side holding it down, but there's 4 players towards A. Usually have Enzo holding that B main.
No ultimates to speak of on the side of Fnatic. The sidestep there from Mystic around the knife. As you question here.
Fast rotate.
Yeah, you just question here at DRX. What's the read? What?
Zest has put himself in a position to counter ult when this hit comes in on either side, and it's coming towards A.
There it is, Hunter Sure, you just mentioned it. Mako dancing around the Jenny, and he finds 2 massive ones. Is this a punt already?
Alfier's gonna grab the orb, and they'll have it in the next round if they commit to fighting.
I think the round is done.
Enzo already all the way back top mid. You have to try here, Alfier again.
That's gonna help.
Just working past this turret. Smoke delaying everything. DRX, even though they have the man advantage, they've not taken any extra space.
They're gonna go back into B.
Look at the marks.
Yeah,
Up
it's
through
just
mid.
it's just stacks. The thing is, Zest is already starting to rotate over.
Little footstep, certainly not heard from the
30
players on the A
seconds left.
side. Boaster again marking. From the grave, just walk up through mid. Let Alfier do what he does best right now. Open
Zest-
things up.
Zest has a drone, but he has no drone yet. He's just guessing.
Oh, he
It
tried
is
to break the
gonna
door.
spin through it. 13 seconds left. They're gonna have to commit to it. And Zest is on the other side, but Alfier gets him. A 3v3, and he still has that lockdown, but you haven't cleared out Stacks. You haven't cleared out Stacks. The Prowler in his lap.
Getting stuck.
Stacks on the swing. Enzo
He
cleans it
got
up.
off! He got off!
No way!
He was exposed, and Stacks didn't even select the right target. Fnatic. Oh no. Shades of that game in Copenhagen, where they just didn't trust each other to hold. Look, he's a moment away. But he's the guy who even gets the kill too. Oh no.
Oh, a sigh of relief out of the DRX camp.
And a sigh of frustration on the faces of Fnatic. RB has his ult this round as well, can cancel any execute coming through in its entirety.
Here.
And there's barely even any passive utility for Fnatic to try to expose that ult.
Alfier looking to see if there's going to be any challenge aggressive to be main, but no, it's actually a bit passive setup from Buzz as he holds angle with the op.
Looking at the money situation right now, this could be a reset opportunity for Fnatic. So if they win this round, good chance in the next. Look at the space of Buzz though.
He's so far up, and he still has his dash.
There's 2 prowlers available for, no, only 1 from Enzo.
There has
Should use it here.
Blocking sight.
There it is. He chooses not
Great
to stay
flash.
for good reason. Yeah, the paranoia in from mid. They're going to funnel into B.
You should run.
You hear the ult has been used. Alfier using his too.
Oh, they're slowing it down.
They've dropped everything into this round. And Boaster backside cleans up RB. They've been able to cut off the rotation. Sturka finds another.
And he's getting locked up here in the back of side. Oh,
Buzz
just
is safe.
dodges.
Buzz is safe. And I don't think they know. Oh, I don't think they know. It's a 2v2, but Buzz falls. Mako in this 1v2 now. As the spike should go down, Mystic and Enzo.
They're still back side. 10 seconds.
10
Mako
seconds left.
patient. Now he hears the plane. Gets the stars back to swing out. Enzo not able to land the shots. And off of that, he goes Astral. He goes Cosmic. But he's going to have to go more than that. Mako's got to clutch this out. For DRX. He spotted a gun barrel. He's gotten it to 1. Mako gets both. Mako gets both. And the defuse. We're tied.
We're going the distance here in the Volkswagen Arena. DRX is not done yet. They got the res up, instantly fell. Mako, so much value in this round. The gun barrel's what betrays Enzo.
What a play. Three ultimates on the side of Fnatic. The lead squandered, but you can't think about that now.
Grouped up against back here at A, and we saw how badly that went last time. Still, Alfier and Fnatic made a meal out of it eventually in the post round. Or late round, I should say.
Here.
And they're finally gonna go for a tree split. Boaster pulling out something else on the hot.
He's got the paranoia. You see the angle set up to help clear out tree if need be.
Shadows traveling.
First to smoke.
DRX has been historically so good at locking down tree.
Does he flash through this and swing? Do
He
they?
wants a fake right now.
There's the flash. There's the swing.
Nobody spotted for DRX, so with this fake, does it pull anybody? Still no.
Shadows traveling here.
Fnatic are playing this beautifully. They pull off of the pressure towards tree, clear the door towards B. And now they go. They've committed. They've dropped the nightfall. They've dropped the dash. And it's Durka who has the spike. And he's the tip of the spear. He's the first one to fall. But Enzo on the trade has gotten it to 4. The rotation's now for DRX coming through. Is it going to be too late? Is it going to matter? As Mako tries to hold the line, he cannot. Zest is here. 13 seconds left. Alpha on the plant. Mystic close by. They try to take the lead back, and can they do it here? Stax and Zest both healthy. The drone, the first, cleared out. Alpha on the reposition. You see you've got Timmy Turret just on the other side of Jenny. The Haunt not going to spot anything. The Dart isn't either. They go in aggressive. Alfir on the swing. He's gotten into 1. No 1v1 here as he tries to win the round himself for Fnatic. Is he going to check the right side? But no! Another clutch for DRX!
A first match point on this map, and it's DRX who holds it.
I mean,
so close. Thinnest of margins for Alfir to hit that. And Sastu had an unbelievably rough game on Icebox.
oh, he didn't land a single bullet. Zest was weak. Didn't have full armor, didn't have full health. The DRX faithful come to life one again as they can smell Fracture. 1 round away from getting them there, but if we've learned anything about Fnatic, it's that they will not go down without a fight.
Dueling crowd in the final moment. Dueling teams. And Buzz has the op on an angle that's not smoked.
The Prowler not going to go deep enough to clear him out. They're expecting challenge up top. You hear the blades. Durka is there, and Buzz waiting, anticipating the swing. The shot's not going to land. Durka's able to slip the net and get forward. And they've got the spike close by too. Boaster's still on the other side.
He's been wanting to call so many fakes in the last couple rounds, but they've never been biting. How do you get them to bite? 40 seconds, they're burning the clock. Stax and Zest holding on to their utility. And Boaster wants to run it this time. He's the guy who's going to challenge.
Paranoia, but it's just a paranoia into smoke. Is that going to be enough?
Fake TP as well, potentially into the smoke. RB's considering, but nobody's rotating.
Discipline from DRX as they hold. Now the Cosmic Divide through, and it's fortunate because it covers both sides. Durka tries to go up top. He still has the blades. He's spotted ahead. He spotted a second, but he's only able to get 1. Alfia are still healthy, able to clean up stacks. Buzz swinging out. The Op's going to find nothing. Overtime seemingly inevitable. What can RB do? What can Mako do? Fnatic committing everything into this.
They're reading the flank from Boaster, though.
Oh, Boaster's reading them! RB, once again, impossible situation. So heavily the recipient of critique. And boy, would this quell a lot of doubters if he was able to pull this off. He's gotten it down to a 1v3. Mystic is weak. But surely there's not enough time, right? Surely not. Overtime before us.
DRX holding on.
10 seconds left.
But Fnatic responding in kind. Not willing to give up the map just yet. It's either side here. We're stepping into our first overtime. And I feel like I've been here before with DRX. 2 overtimes on this map alone in this event. Once against Furia, where they came back from a 9-3. And once against FPX, which that went so long, I don't even remember the circumstances. We've swapped sides. DRX now on the attack, but they felt a lot more comfortable than Fnatic did, even though the score is identical.
Cross-country knife finally landing just now towards mid. You imagine that was to see if Durga had a glass op and was holding mid. But certainly not the case.
He does not. Instead of holding A main, there's no one-way for him by Boaster. So just jiggling. Durga disappeared in that attack side half, oftentimes being the first death. But on defense, he was a monster.
So pivotal to their success, and you see him here playing with danger, playing with fire, sidestepping his way forward. And that's all he needed to know. Couple bullets whiz by his ear, he backs right up, and DRX glad to take the space that he is now unoccupied. Flash there, he's flashed up, he can't see anything. Buzz on the dash right into his smoke. And Durga, now he can see, and the timing is perfect as he's able to find one off of it. But that's it.
But Enzo dropped the spike next to door with a haunt. Spray through the door and the smoke.
And they have to wait for Zest to get it, but I think they know.
Boaster's not aware.
Oh, they don't know! Now position given away, the door is still.
How does he cross though?
Impeding, he's grabbing there 2 on the other side, he's gotten it to 1, and off of that Buzz strikes. A 1v1.
10 seconds left.
Alfier, again in a clutch position. Can he win it out against Buzz? He's healthy, he's up top. He's got the advantage, the high ground, but can he land the shots? No, guessing everywhere as Buzz commits, and Buzz does it again! Advantage DRX!
Switching sides. Match point.
Another match point for DRX, another opportunity to stay alive here at Champs. And there was heroics this time for Fnatic after that hit. Looked so good, yet still Stacks and Buzz with a 2v2. And Alfier, the inspiration of many here in Turkey, falling short twice in back-to-back 1v1s.
The kid feels inevitable though. It just feels like there will be this moment. But can DRX put them away before it happens?
Fnatic feel like they're playing as if they were about to be eliminated themselves, especially on this attack side. It's been hectic. They're forgetting things. That doesn't mean they're playing bad by any means, but you can literally see the pressure that these guys are feeling. Thankfully, the individual skill still shining through on a lot of players, and Enzo himself as well, who saves them many a times on the global stage at Copenhagen.
Marked 1.
Prowler out towards A main, gonna get a little bit of info. As Fnatic once again spread themselves thin. Oh boy. Oh my god.
Just the gun barrel peeking through the smoke there. 4v5 to save the game here, Fnatic.
The gravity while trying to delay. Buzz going in aggressive, making sure that no one's made their way out. Boaster once again trying to cut off rotations, and he fails. Buzz, flash, turns, spams!
Enemy remaining.
Oh, and it's all on Alfier, and he cannot keep them in it! Overtime, DRX! Ascent, DRX!
Fast arcade presence here from DRX, clearly with the breach up. Top that Stacks, and the haunt for Tree to cover their backs.
Look at him, they're going in aggressive, and there are members on the other side. RB has already taken a good bit of damage, and it's Alfier who opens up the series, the map. Kills going back and forth, but Buzz has already gotten 2.
He just got 2 in hulls by himself while everything else was happening. Fnatic interested in splitting this A site, but immediately it's been ripped apart. And it's another pistol round potentially looming here for DRX.
Remember how much they struggled in these very moments, but they seem to have found their footing at just the right time. Fast lane goes up, Alfier goes forward, straight into hell, and now pushing his way forward into halls. You've got Enzo toting the spike, explosives in hand.
And Alfier has cleared top side as well, just a little bit of a jump. And he's gotten away into halls. He's very wary of the possibility of the team of DRX reflanking through that space.
Enzo has pulse plant utility here too.
Just one aftershock. Fault line will come up soon. 13 seconds on that.
I feel like DRX, they have to fight halls here, right? Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. The flashes.
It's not planted for them.
Oh, Buzz. Oh no.
That's hitting, that's hitting.
He's gotten it to half.
Oh my goodness.
What a shot out from Buzz. Alfier.
You could just stick here.
Yeah, trying to keep it back himself. The spam is so close. Oh my gosh. Mere moments. But it's just not enough. DRX won another pistol.
Got both of them on a scent. And if they didn't, we might not be here.
Oh, no shot.
And they might have lost yesterday, but yes. First map 3 for DRX at this event so far. They've been super clean until yesterday against Loud. And with 24 hours notice to play against Fnatic right here, they're leaving it all on the table.
Early knife out from Mystic. Gonna get some info, and Buzz just holds his ground. They're gonna continue to push their way forward here. Boaster this time with the spike, trying to find comfort in the confines of his own smoke. Alfier dashing out. Buzz, and that's just so clean. The people want it. Go get it, Buzz.
Have to note, the DRX section I mentioned behind me during map 2 has gotten significantly larger.
Oh, they're rowdy. They're a rowdy bunch, man.
They have moved so many people to their side.
Enzo with nothing but a ghost here. Buzz still at the play to get this ace online, but it's not going to happen. The Prime Gaming Falls comes through anyway as DRX take a 2-0 lead.
A strange attempt from Fnatic to jump through their smoke, but Buzz on the other side of it makes it look strange. Obviously the start to taking down Derka, who since that first half on Ascent has been very, very quiet.
Fnatic now should be able to respond in kind. It's just Mystic. Oh, he actually just purchased up light armor. So they're at full strength here, barring a little bit of utility. And you see the fast hit up towards Dish. Alfier again before home crowd, first forward.
And he was the guy who was leading the charge to keep that game even close for Fnatic. The desk was mentioning it. They were the guys who were losing control. When at the beginning of the day, everybody was talking about DRX insistence on choking at this 5th and 6th spot.
Again, a quiet moment out for Fnatic as you see Stacks just waiting.
Derka actually took back his TP, so could easily get punished here.
Those pings you see on your minimap from Fnatic were there a moment ago too. So they are fully insistent on this, persistent on trying to get into A. And the hit looks very consistent with what we've seen in the past. Mystic and Boaster are able to get a couple of openers. As you see RB trying to dash, trying to stun, trying to kill. But it's Boaster on the trade. Mako and Buzz, heroes for DRX so many times on Ascent.
30 seconds left.
Called again.
Derka's not paying attention. He's hidden from the flank though.
Enzo's got cover too. And he hears that. It might actually be Mako who's not paying attention now. If he creeps his way forward. Enzo's weak here. Oh boy. Oh, the swing out from Derka.
Buzz has his tour de force, don't forget.
And surely you force a play here, right? Given the fact that you've invested that ultimate, time is just not on your side.
Good spam as well for Boaster.
It's from everywhere. Buzz able to take one away, narrowly missing the shot onto Boaster.
Just want to cut him off in halls.
Yeah,
No.
those weapons should be preserved. Yeah, Boaster gets away with the Vandal, Durka does too.
Good awareness from Boaster there, too. Buzz obviously had the opportunity there to potentially grab a gun, TP out, and get away from the spike. So again, no conversion here on the bonus from DRX. Which this, I mean, fast retake again. Looked kind of nice. RB sliding through, finding a lot of value on the two stunned up players. And they've thrown many different setups so far at Fnatic in this game. Again, a dish push, this time with complete opposite players.
It's interesting to see if Sax was going to fully commit, but he actually drops utility and then rotates back mid to make sure that A is not left unattended.
It has given them Hall's control here, though, and there is a breach ult to clear the site, but nobody there. Playing retake in the first place, and the C's has slowed them down.
Alfear still managing to get his way through, tucked between his walls. Mystic spike down again. This one's going to be chaotic, and I have a feeling that every round is going to be like this.
Boaster no molly, though, but one away from this orbital strike, his ult.
And what a devastating ult that could be. Durka, first challenged, not able to win it out. Mystic on the flash, Alfear on the swing. Oh! But it's actually RB that cleans him up. Stax was a dead man walking. They're trying to fight for Hall's control. They're trying to do anything they can to preserve it. Mako's already gotten 2. The orbital strike down. Boaster on the flick. Mako with 3.
And it's again a response immediately with the improved weaponry. DRX looking very solid to start this off.
Mako's nuts, bro. Mako is playing so well right now. Oh, and they're feeling it. You got a little shimmy going on. That's how you know the vibes are good.
Mako, and actually a lot of the controller players who you used to think of as absolute stars still are, but this tournament has certainly been a little bit of a departure from the controller heavy lean we've seen in the performance and stats. And just like Marv yesterday, Mako might be coming online at the most opportune time.
He's got the orbital strike to work with in this round. You see Boaster quietly
Right here.
taking crashies to get to the other side. You like that? You think it'll stick?
Yes.
Right here.
Good. They're all going, but actually that's going to be heard by Mako.
Rope's always a little bit of a hard thing to read, unless it's in a clutch situation. Because Fnatic haven't committed yet. Looks like they'll go for the classic. Wall up, flash through. No flash from Mystic, actually. So it's all going to have to be Enzo. And Alfear does have his overdrive if he wants to commit it. Instead, actually, they've swapped to a Guardian.
And he's still going to be the first to go. He has no wall. He has no stuns. While RB is far more fortunate. Ooh, that spam could have been trouble. The flash, he looks away. There's there it is. There's the orbital strike, and RB gets them all. Oh, and it was all because they just turned the wrong way.
Just disgusting. And Durka. Enzo, 10 seconds left. The orb is the best you can do anymore.
There was
Good collection.
RB with 4, and man, there really was no good option for Fnatic, right? You go left, you've got RB. You go right, you had the orbital strike that you were trying to dance your way out of. What a setup out from DRX.
And also RB's wall blocked the flash there. It doesn't even matter. Forced into him. Jumping up on the stairs. What a well-placed strike as well. 4-1 and Boaster already struggling to come up with ideas here. Want to go back towards Halls. Remember, they did take Halls very fast in this exact same setup that DRX is running at Dish. They're trying to use the Haunt to find kills through it instead. They have no utility to fight back against the hit from Fnatic.
This is a setup to have Alfear make a play. He's used the overdrive. But look at how patient DRX are, man. They don't show anything. They're just gonna wait the ult out.
He actually didn't buy a weapon too, so.
He just has a classic, yeah.
This time there is a molly here for Boaster. No nade for Mystic.
He's gonna
post plants.
He's
really
gonna rotate.
tough.
He's gonna rotate back, but RB's already there. They actually have 2 members back at Dish. Do DRX commit to this? Will Alpha find the timing? RB going aggressive. They're gonna fight for halls. And perhaps RB can find more success with the ult, and he does. Sess has gotten 1-2. RB with the both. And now Alpha, who's got nothing but a classic, comes up dry. Enzo does nothing either. The defuse will come through, and that's a prime gaming flawless for DRX.
It's a flying start for DRX right now. Probably the biggest lead. Easily the biggest lead, I should say. And it doesn't look like they're stopping. Fnatic invested in that one. Minus Alpha, so maybe Alpha has something to drop. And the answer is no. Not gonna scrape together something. Remember on the attack side for Ascent, it was multiple rounds in a row where they were saving. DRX isn't even giving them that opportunity because these retakes are working so well for them. So happy to play post plant.
They're gonna continue to wake their way down halls. And yeah, RB's gonna be the, or excuse me, Alfier's gonna be the first hit. He's already gotten down low and he finds nothing. And that was the gun. That was the investment. And it's well out of the reach of Fnatic right now.
There's rounds where you see Fnatic has an idea, it doesn't work, and then all of a sudden, it takes a long time for them to gather their thoughts, their ideas. This time they pivot into sand, and yes, there's room to work a pick here with Durka, but also a room to get absolutely trapped. Oh! It's not Durka, it's Enzo.
And if nothing else, that'll help confidence.
And Boaster's got the gun almost, no, Malco shuts him down. Still no way in.
No, the only thing they can really do is persist and try to push their way forward. But Dirk is now fallen. Zest managing to avoid the damage from the fragment.
1 enemy remaining.
And it's another clean round from DRX.
DRX right now feel like they're stopping Fnatic. And Fnatic, who are typically experts, specialists, some would say, on this map of Fracture. Since they've swapped to this Neon, it definitely doesn't feel that same way.
No, I think you're absolutely right, Paul. You go back to the beginning of the tournament. Enzo with the Rolling Thunder here. Alpha, you're trying to go aggressive, but RB does too. They're going to pass right by each other. The fast lane to provide cover. As RB somehow gets away,
goodness.
and he's gotten past it. Now the Rolling Thunder in their laps, but Alpha wins it out. Alpha gets a second. With 8 HP, he comes alive.
But DRX have the spike.
They're sitting on it.
DRX have the spike.
Alpha is going to have to do it again.
And Dirk is on the pinch, though.
This time with Boaster close by.
What an angle from
on
Zest.
a brutal angle, but the shots from Boaster so far so good. And now they have the Nightfall they're gonna have to deal with.
Get
Defin.
repinch though from Buzz.
Yeah, there was just not enough time.
Has to go fast.
Yes, he does.
And it's sprinting away from its Alpha Yair with 8 HP. Escapes the situation, but Boaster's not considering.
Oh, why?
He's slow to put down that smoke.
I mean, why would he, right? That took so long. It's very unlikely that Buzz would be there, but either way, Boaster tucks down in halls. He's got the orbital strike in case things get really hairy here. But now looking that way, Buzz with 57 HP tries to make a play in this 1v3. And he can't.
That's certainly a round for Fnatic.
What a round for Alpha here. We were just talking about his struggles.
Yeah. That's an instance right there where DRX is taking the play to Fnatic almost every single other time. Yes, they're making a play on one side of the map, but it's never actually finding anything. It's finding the absence. of Fnatic players. So Alfier, I mean, if he's comfortable in those situations, if DRX continue to throw him at them, and if they can put him in those spots, just like this, turn flash is just
Spike
gorgeous,
down,
dude.
attack
He also did that in real life, which always feels good. You can just never be too sure.
Big ults here from Fnatic. Orbital strike on Boaster. Rolling Thunder from the breach. Enzo.
Light armor on him too, alongside Mystic. And they'll take this aggressive fight.
Back into underpass, just like we saw in the last round. This time, though, no resistance from DRX on this side of the map. The resistance is in halls, where they're not exploring. Have to pay attention to the trademark and the fast potential flank from RB. But we did pull a rotation here. Zest just prowling into Arcane and didn't find anything, so he's back over towards A, where they do have no information on drop, so it's the right play for sure.
Off your feet!
That should be the cue.
Mako's in the smoke!
Mako and Buzz were both sent skyward. Mako's already fallen. Buzz not able to land the shot with the op. Alfier has taken the space. The site is now theirs. The spike now planted.
Double flank actually happening between RB.
And Enzo's here. He's got light armor. Oh, he's gonna have to sit on this. Do they check him? Are they disciplined enough to look their way? The flash is there. He's gonna see it all. And oh my gosh, Enzo gets them both!
The double flank, the only way into this round, and it completely fails at the hands of Enzo. Saving it, he then spot the fast flank from Alfier.
Alfier looking for more. He's gotten 3 on the round as the Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for Fnatic.
And that's the way you get back in the game. That's the way you do it. On a round that's all of your own terms.
What a hold from Enzo, man. And then for Alfier to go for the jugular there. Aggressive as DRX try to flee. Playing into the crowd too. The kid's in his element now.
7-7 start. Feels like the best I've seen him. Well, we have to continue to see success here from this attack side of Fnatic. Because this DRX, and going for another buy. Another approach, this time different Fnatic, up towards Dish immediately. This could have been a setup where RB, Zest, and Stax tried to take this space.
Yeah. You see Boaster on the northern side of the minimap covering the flank, making sure there's no pressure coming in from the other side of the map.
DRX out of the timeout did swap Buzz away from tower.
Oh, they're going to rotate into the chaos.
It's scary here too because usually Alfier is here in the default, but they've known that this is not the same default from Fnatic. They're waiting for it. Oh no.
Oh my gosh, they're right on the other side of the wall. Alfier gets one. The kills both go back and forth. They're traded. As now Mystic with the flash the second through, and Zest holds the line. Now Durka has it all to do on his own. And he's managed to get one.
I have the spike. Trap destroyed.
Durka has put on an outrageous performance so far.
Buzz breaking that trademark gave Durka the inclination that he might have a 1v1 here on the site. And Stax is concerned as well about Durka getting up close and personal with him.
Crowd erupts as support comes through for Durka. With 13 seconds left, he's gonna get the spike down to 1v2 before him.
Plenty of time now for Buzz to join Stax, but also plenty of time for them to find out where he is and use this utility that Stax has against him.
Yeah, the fault line is now back up. So has a flash and an aftershock to work with too.
Teleport's ready.
He's gonna have the TP up now in time as well for this fight.
Oh, he's gonna challenge, and then he's able to get away if he survives the initial engagement. Durka spots one. Oh, and then he gets away. The other one is right behind him. Now Buzz on the tap. Durka waiting. Buzz, half. Durka, swing. 63 HP turns into 23 HP just as fast. Buzz is going to take it all the way, and Durka's timing is gorgeous. The Red Bull clutch for Fnatic.
Durka answers the call. 1 versus 3. The crowd asked for it and he delivered in so many ways.
Buzz bold there to try to stick it, to call his bluff.
Derek was baiting him to get off in so many instances. We are having a fast push as we get in the round fast here. North side pinch, but only from the left. They're taking the ropes. RB's chasing.
One kill down, the other gets away.
This is a light buy here from DRX. Only 2 rifles in the hands.
Right here.
And note again, Alfier, as his ult boaster does too.
Buzz playing an off angle just with the headhunter. Has his TP online, but Mystic's still up. If they wait for the knife, they could find him and he could be stuck.
Oh, he hears them. They're so loud. Buzz with the fight before him, the jiggle's there, he gets away.
Just one shot. RB's here in time to stun though, he's gonna duel.
But Alfier's gotten through.
Oh no!
And RB not nearly as fortunate. Mako has that the orbital strike. And there it is. The ult's been used. Alfier has to find value. Can he do anything with it? He struggled before, can he do it now? As all ultimates are used, Alfier did find one. Fnatic destroy DRX.
Last round in the half.
After losing the first kill there to RB on the ropes, DRX almost pinched them in with that ult. But Alpha as well uses his own ult to get out of it with the speed. And they counter ult themselves. Sand is no factor.
Jubilation from the crowd as Fnatic have roared their way back into this. Remember, the start was ugly. But they now find themselves 1 round away from a tie at halftime.
Oh, and look at this. Quick flank possible here. Buzz is suppressed. Not gonna hit the shot. Getting punished by RB.
He splits the uprights and he falls.
But the flank is fast here from DRX. They went for a tree push early. RB and Zest. They already heard him.
Surely they know. The Rolling Thunder out, and it's gonna hit them both. They're gonna push their way back into it. They want to take the fight.
That's a lot invested. They're getting pinched in from Sand.
Gotta be careful because you're right. Mako gets 2, but Enzo responding with his own RBs. The ult has gotten it back down to a 2v2. Spike planted. Durka holding the angle with the tour de force. His knees blown off. And Zest has to do it all on his own, and he cannot. Durka delivers.
Switching sides.
What a time for the guy to come online again. Disappeared in the second half of the last map. That's why we're here. But now it's a 1v3. And then a beautiful round.
5 rounds in a row for Fnatic to close out the half. Perhaps thinking they were dead. Perhaps thinking they were done. They rise right back. Let's go down here. Just mere moments away from elimination and potentially from glory. DRX on attack.
Setting up really fast for a hit through tree. There's only one player here, and it's Durka.
Meanwhile, look at the flank out from Fnatic. They've already taken calls. They're going to push their way forward. Durka falls. You mentioned the only bit of resistance. No longer around.
Planted.
The trademark is on the other side, so Zest has to cover this himself. Thankfully, Stacks here in time as well. And his fault line might come up as well to fight this, actually.
Gotta be careful. There's pressure coming in from mid, too. Look at that. There's an aftershock behind him, but the flash actually provides some cover. But Mystic's Frenzy wins one out. Alfier on the swing. Stacks on the other side. Bullets not landing quite yet. As they both try to challenge, and there it is. You mentioned that breach utility yet again. Fnatic looking to crack it wide open. Buzz and Mako, the only 2 that remain on the side of DRX, and that may be enough as it's gotten down to a 2v2. Alpha, numbers back in favor of Fnatic.
Oh, he died to the
No
volley!
way! Alfier, he's gonna have to win this out on his own. He's gotten it to half, but Buzz on the swing, and Alfier gets it! He's gonna go, oh my gosh, no! The defuse is not there! The Red Bull clutch for DRX as they win another pistol!
So close. So close. But one player falls to the molly out from Mako. And he put that out before he died. That is so unfortunate. And Buzz took his time swinging there. Had to go for the full stick. And there's just no chance to win that, actually. Back into it straight away. DRX. Fast through sand.
RB working his way forward. See there a couple members up and drop.
Look at that double stun RB just put out. Stunning the site and the spawn, making sure nobody's pushing through that smoke.
So good. See the rotations across to the southern side of the
Great
map.
flash right on the trademark, and they're slowed.
There was no way through, man. They knew that trademark was so well set up.
Made noise on the drop.
RB holding this angle. He's going to spot Alfier, and it's Mako who deals the delivering blow into the next round. RB on the swing, still healthy. RB's just able to hold this angle.
Go, go, go.
Wait for Enzo.
Really solid anti-eco
Yeah, very well done.
out from DRX. And they hold the lead that they built so hard in the first half. Fnatic with 5 in a row now immediately on the second half momentum ended. But every pistol that DRX has run so far in this series, which they've actually got up to 4 now, they've lost every bonus. Except for the first one on this map.
Can they break that trend here? As RB goes aggressive, you see the utility setup for RB to take sand once again. Durka stunned. This position not given away yet. If RB's not careful, yeah, he's gonna get dropped, but no! RB catches it just with a glimpse and gets the kill.
Durka unaware there.
Oh,
Look how fast that was coming through sand.
I'm out of here.
Lineup as well from Halls. Spawn, the execute's good.
Alfier looking to go, and he goes right into the next round. I don't know how Fnatic get into this, man. The setup is too good.
They're smoked off. They're smoked off right now. There's no more post plant here. The stun.
Oh, Stacks may have hit him all. Mystic, he's gonna try to hold it. He's gonna try to
posted.
at least get it to half. He's gonna stick it all the way, but Stacks on the trade. Mystic holds it! And Enzo gets the kills!
And it's another failure to convert here for DRX. So very close to it this time. And look, I mean, that execute was really, really nice. Alfier obviously getting picked off a little earlier. But every spot cleaned up. And there was a smoke on that spike anyways, even if they tried to spam it down. Would have been rough. Still a buy here for DRX. But to consider here, Mystic has his KO ult. So the follow-up flashes and whatnot that RB and all of DRX can throw on the execute might not be there for them to clear out the site. Also, Enzo just picked up the orb for his own. And if they combo both of them after a B hit, which they might fake here. How's Alfier gotten here? There's the fake coming.
Get cleared out the dart, or excuse me, the alarm bot.
They actually didn't use the breach ult here, so it's used for this retake here, and Durka spots them.
Still gets away with one. It's outrageous how he does that sometimes. Now Alfier is able to rotate back quickly, back towards Dish.
And they have a huge advantage here in the post plant.
Yep, Enzo with that Rolling Thunder, as you mentioned, you grabbed it earlier in the round. What's the cue for Fnatic to go? Enzo on the flash, Mystic on the swing, sand has been cleared out. You've got RB who's playing a bit further back in the halls, but they're not. That's not what they're occupying. Alpha. Oh my gosh, Zest! Oh, Zest gets 3! Finally cleared out! Enzo in a 1v3. Buzz spotted. All of the advantages that you were just mentioning, Bala, gone. We haven't said his name much, but Zest was filthy.
In that first half too, I mean, there was many moments where I was looking at him and Enzo as the guys who were turning the tides for both of their respective teams.
I can't this. Oh my gosh. That is pretty to watch.
Takes Mystic with him too. Just disgusting. And he's laughing about it. Laughing right here in an elimination game. We're getting really close to one of these teams going home.
Oh my goodness, Ball. Look at the buy for Fnatic.
It's shambolic. They're not investing too much though. Remember, they saved 2 guns.
Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Boaster's only able to find one, but to swing out, Durka finds one with the Vandal.
Us going really fast through this. Oh, what?
They were not supposed to have an advantage here. The fact that they've gotten it through a 3v3 and they still have a Spectre and a Vandal to work with is criminal. Buzz and Stack so weak.
Trying their best to get to each other right now.
One enemy remaining.
How have they gotten this round? It seemed unlikely.
Still not over yet, Buzz. 11 HP.
In this 1v2, and Mystic cleans it up.
And again, you called it out at the beginning. This buy was not good. They had the 2 rifles saved and nobody else really invested. Except for the Spectre of Alphair. Very swingy half so far.
And again, Ball, we've casted Fnatic a few times in this tournament. How many times have, in a tense moment, how many times has Boaster delivered? They're another one. With nothing but a frenzy.
And his ult forced them into it.
Oh.
Really disgusting here. Gonna go for a little aggressive push here with both the Brim and the Breach.
And there's a fight up dish as well. Durka's gonna get overwhelmed by RB, but Alfie are waiting on the other side. The stun is there.
They gotta be careful here. These 2 players here, RB and Zest, are pinched in, so they have to commit to the site.
The ult has been used by RB. The Rolling Thunder as Alfie tries to survive the Prowler in his face. And the ult from RB too. Nothing doing Enzo on the rotation, and you see it. Mako's waiting for it. They just have to save. Mystic and Boaster can find no way into this round. Preserve what you can.
And what is that, the 4th round in a row that goes back and forth between the 2 teams here. DRX maintaining the 2-round lead that they started with after winning the pistol. And honestly, with the brute force available to them, it's looking like that might be enough. We need Fnatic to have some heroics here if they want a chance.
So that 1-for-1 is not going to work. Going back and forth the entire way through is not going to be enough.
Need a break point. And it might not be coming in the next round. The money slightly poor for just Alphair. I'll take a look at it, but the push, the haunt over top, everything's super solid there for RB to deliver on the 2 kills out of dish. And it is a lighter buy again. Durka, thankfully, I mean, both the guys who are saving right here with no rifles, and Alphair will invest anyways. Almost got it dropped by Durka. They have their overdrive, they have their tour de force. Everything is a-okay in this case, but obviously they need to be able to find the time to use it, at least in Alphair's case.
Oh, they're going to get a chance. Alfie, they're pushing right into him. He hasn't used it yet. Actually, you did hear it used just then. Both are trying to dance around the utility as Alfie holding his tight angle. The flashes are there. Mystic is here too.
They're blind from fear.
It wasn't the ultimates. Oh my gosh, it's really not Fnatic either. A 3v3 here for the site. The spike's still up in tower, and now you've got the order strike you're going to have to deal with.
Enzo's using that to cross though.
And he slipped the net. Oh, Stacks drops right into him.
That spike!
Down B.
And Enzo trundling towards tower has all of a sudden locked them out.
Again, tragedy. As this time the spike sits harmlessly at the feet of Enzo.
And don't forget as well, Mako no smokes.
Easy there, big fella. He still has a lot of utility.
One crossed.
Yeah, but surely Enzo's got that, right?
He just
oh
picked
my
up the spike.
gosh.
He just picked it up.
Right out
He
from
can
under
TP
his
away.
nose.
Can he get a? Yes, he does. The TP across, and they're out.
How? How on earth? How have they done that? It's a bloody heist!
20 seconds to get to the other side. Dirk is gonna run his way over. He's actually has a TP. He's here in time. Remember, no smokes for Mako.
He's got the Tour de Force too. He's gonna have to hold the line. 13 seconds left.
Can't miss the shot.
No, he cannot.
Oh my.
The barrel, there, the first shot delivered. And Mako has the challenge, but Durko wins it out.
Unbelievable.
Gun here.
The scoreline's so close, and this second half, back and forth. Now 5 rounds in a row traded.
Amateur.
And Enzo's the guy. He snuck through with that orbital strike, which was used to clear out the site. Of course, Durka getting here in time as well. And on that chamber, the leading. But not by much. Fnatic has room to crack.
And Dog, you think if that pistol goes the other way, we're talking about a different thing here.
We're talking about a 1 round difference, which it still is. I mean, we're literally swinging it.
The flash through, the fast lane through as well, as RB has gotten past the resistance that was put before him. They've fully taken tower. They've bullied Fnatic off the site. Durka has an op. No ultimates to speak of right now as Mystic trying to challenge for the space that was previously theirs. You've got Boaster close by too, awaiting any peek. But DRX patient. The onus on Fnatic here to make a move, to make a play. And they're gonna spot 2. Now they know where they are. Durka holding that angle, waiting for the challenge. The gun barrel shown. Oh, do you dance with death a second time? Enzo now moving his way forward. Not a lot of time left. They haven't cleared out stacks either. This read was perfect, Bola! Enzo has no way out! What a round from DRX!
Straight out of the timeout, just injecting a little bit of pace. And the post-plant setup is just fantastic. Fnatic go for this arcade attack. Try to set up Alfia again. Get the op.
Again, back and forth, and that means DRX preserve the lead. 2 rounds away from shattering a curse, from defying expectations. But can they close it out? Fnatic on a broken buy here. 3 pistols on that side.
They found my trap.
Durka has to make a play, and he drops down and stacks with the spam, cleans him up.
Peeked ahead of the smoke there. Boaster's gone again onto Crashies.
And Buzz will not see him. RB's playing in the side. Maul Alfier's gotta go. He's managed to get his hand. The Vandal, and the Vandal's fallen just as quickly as it's been picked up. DRX a few moments away from map point, from series point. From again, as you mentioned earlier, from Heartbreak Hotel to this crowd who is now fully on the DRX camp.
Last chance to get behind Fnatic here. And they did save that round. They did go for a light buy. It's disgusting, the things DRX did to him, but last time they had a light buy, they won the round, so obviously they thought there was a chance. This time, this is it. They're playing for it all, and they have not had a round streak on this half, so Fnatic, last chance, and they try a little bit of pressure towards Tree. That does give a little bit to DRX to decide, did they actually push up here? Do we have to re-explore before hitting back towards A? DRX, 1 round away from breaking the curse, 1 round away from getting their highest placement ever at an international tournament. One round away from sending the crowd's favorites, Turkey's favorites, Fnatic home. one round away from EMEA potentially for the second time not having two teams in the top 4.
Jerka has to hold the line. There's Boaster once again with the strike. They're going to push their way through. Jerka has to get away, and it's Boaster who's left here by himself, and he cannot convert anything off of that. Buzz finds another. Enzo, can he swing it back? Bulldog in hand. Zess holding it tight, and the flash is there. Alfier and Enzo, and it's so fitting that it's just Alfier who's alive, and Alfier's gotten 2.
Res possible.
Can Alfier do this? Can he do this? The swing. Oh! He's gotten it to a 1v1. He's going to threaten the res again. The flash there. Enzo not back up yet. Alfier holding it. Stacks on the swing. Alfier falls, but it's still a 1v1.